Gas.
All right. Cooking with Gas. Welcome back to At the End of the Bar podcast, where Tim, your glorious bartender, makes the best drinks in the world, and I sit here and watch him do it and talk with you guys about what he's doing and thousands of other things.
And walk through the rainforest tonight.
Ooh. Somebody's going to get tripped out.
I know, right? How do we like that? Do we like where we're sitting? Does that look all right?
I think
we're
so.
doing all right.
There's like a fingerprint on my face, so I can't really see.
Love it.
Whole lot.
Yeah. I forgot my. I've got my look for tonight.
Oh yeah, you're through the wilderness. Are you the wilderness tour guide? What we're doing? I love it.
Good night, mate.
Yes.
I was just going for that Chris Stapleton vibe, you know.
Oh,
sing you a song. I think I'm gonna crank this up. Actually, I'll crank me up.
You really could be his like double.
I know. Hopefully we'll get famous enough, he can come hang out and sing us a song on the show.
Oh my gosh! And then if I could sit in the middle and have you both, and just at least for a picture.
Oh my God, that would
for a
be
picture.
like. Is that his younger brother? It's Tim Stapleton.
Ah, yes. Yes.
Oh, living the dream. Do we have anybody yet? Oh, we got one. I think it's Linda.
Oh, she's in the room too.
Hey, it's perfect.
Whoop whoop.
Works for me, because that way it gives me time to set up and gander around here.
Just start calling people out. Hey, why aren't you watching?
Yeah. Well, I usually say, like, give it a minute. We got others 3 people now.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm usually like late,
Yeah.
so I don't see the build up.
Yeah. Usually we're just like sitting here talking for a minute, and it's like, yeah, just living the dream, you know. We actually have some things somewhat planned tonight to talk about. When I say planned, Jake and I text once about it.
And I wrote them on this piece of paper right here, upside down, so I don't forget them.
Good job. Yeah, there's a ton of controversy just going around like crazy now. So,
Oh, we live in America. Oh, that's right.
well,
I know.
ridiculous controversy. All right, so what do we got? Is there anybody talking? Not yet. All right, cool. All right. There we go.
Linda!
I saw it actually pop up here, right on the main screen before it popped up on our screen, so that's kind of funny.
Nice. The video's a little faster than that multi-stream that we get.
Yeah. So let's do a little fun stuff here.
Yippee always makes me want to say yippee-ki-yay after.
Right? Where do you see that?
I don't know how you just got that out there like that, Linda, without saying it.
That's so
It's
funny.
like impulsive to me.
All right, we got a little action cam going here.
Man. I did another TGIM today, and I actually posted it on a Monday.
No way. Way to go, buddy.
Yes. We're getting there. We are getting there. Back to the consistency.
We're all getting there. We're all getting there.
Oh, what do you guys want to talk about today? I mean, we've got a list, but we want to know what you want to talk about too.
Yeah, I think that's why I got the paper out.
Yeah, to write things down as we go.
Yeah. If anybody says anything.
Like it. He's just pulled a big square ice cube out.
And a frozen.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys can see on the mini camera down in the bottom right what we're doing, or what he's doing. I'm not doing anything. Frozen glass, frozen
cube.
water in a glass, aka giant ice cube.
So, honestly, today I was like, I have an alternate cocktail to do, and I didn't pre-do this because I don't think you've ever seen me do this, right? Live?
No, I have never
Yeah.
seen this. This is about to be wild.
Yeah. So I was like, I was going to pre-make a cocktail video, and then I was like, I'm just going to wait till Jake gets here, and he said he was going to be early, and he was 4 minutes early.
Yes!
So, like, I can't discredit him. He wasn't wrong.
Ass in seat when we went live. It's all that matters to
Well,
me.
it literally, I was like, oh, it's 7:01, 7:02, we still can't get on, we're going, we're trying, it's coming. Hell with it.
We got Phil's on. What up, Phil?
Phil. I know I called out a few people today that I was like, hey, maybe you guys should get on the podcast tonight.
Hey, maybe you might have some fun.
Right? All right, so I know that you can kind of see this. So I'm doing a smoked Boulevardier. Honestly, and I'm going to give it to Linda probably for the most part. Oh, it's a little delayed. So the easiest way to do this, it's all equal parts. So this is Carpano Antica Sweet Vermouth, which we have used in the past if you've been following along. And then one of the reasons I wanted to do this, because I finally found a bottle of Cappelletti, which is my favorite bitter orange liqueur, which again, if you were following along, the first or second episode was the Better Spritz. And that had the exact same thing, just a different brand in it. So same style. This is just my favorite one, honestly.
What do we use in the other one? Aperol or whatever?
Well, no. So we used it was Pilar, I think, something similar, Pilar, something like that. I honestly couldn't tell you for sure. Pilar. And then, right? I mean, honest to God,
That's what I'm good for.
sound effects.
Sound effects.
And then we're playing Kill the Bottle, so we're just drinking the Jeffersons because it's sitting here and it's bourbon, and I'm not gonna put more expensive shit in there.
I was like, we're gonna play Kill the Bottle right now.
No. Over the course of the podcast, we're playing Kill the Bottle.
Okay, bet.
All right, so I'm going to do a little shifting here, so this is a little more on camera.
There you go.
So you have to use the frozen glass. Well, you don't have to. Do whatever the hell you want, but the smoke is actually trapped in that glass a lot more effectively whenever you do it like that, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, we got some good action going
He
there.
is flaming up on a metal pan. Notice he's not doing it on his wooden cutting board. That would be not smart.
Well, these are bamboo and they won't
Flame up?
no.
What? Now
No.
we're gonna have to do that on camera to test.
All right, so you want to have it to where a fire is actually going, and then you put the fire out, is what the actual play here is, and you can I know you can see that.
That shit is wild.
Then
Phil says it looks like a crack pipe.
it is obviously. So this is the fun part. You flip it, pour the drink in, and then you cap it for a second. No one can see what's happening.
Oh yeah, shit's going down. Okay. Is that pan hot now? No,
I'm sure it is. So, honestly, you want to maybe go 10 seconds on that. Maybe, realistically. When you have that much smoke, it goes quickly. Pause for effect.
Now, are we adding the smoke for flavor or visual?
It is.
Coolness.
You'll see. It's so by letting it sit. Just the reason I don't use the same glass is because it's insanely smoky.
I bet.
Like here.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, real smoky, and you can't let it sit in there longer than I said, like 15 seconds. And then the piece de resistance is a little flamed orange.
Oh, did we watch somebody do? Did you do that?
I did
last
that.
time?
Yeah, I did that on. I think I did a lemon actually.
Is it the acid?
So it's the actual oil in the peel. There you go. Little smoked Boulevardier.
That looks delicious.
So equal parts: 1 ounce sweet vermouth, 1 ounce bitter orange liqueur, 1 ounce bourbon, and then these are applewood chips that I just kind of rinsed off. I dropped the garnish. We can't win them all.
He wasn't gonna eat it anyway. You're right.
No. Give that a little skosh. That's pretty fucking tasty, if I do say so with my hat and rainforest vibes.
Oh wow, that is really good.
Here you go,
Smoky.
babe. You gotta come get it though, because I'm trapped. Oh, everything's broken. It's fine.
And there goes the lights.
Here you go, babe.
That was good. That was tasty. It looks like we're about to make an old fashioned or Manhattan or
Right.
something.
Well,
Not old fashioned.
I'm gonna do a lighter booze spin because I got some fun shit at Schnucks. So we're gonna smoke another cocktail that's lighter booze that we can sip on as well.
Ooh.
I knew Linda would love that, and that's just one of the aces in the hole. Honestly, is the Boulevardier kind of thing. And I'm pretty much ready for a cocktail now. So.
Good going. What are you gonna do?
So I'm going to use the rosé vermouth that we had last week, the sweet vermouth that I just used in that cocktail, just a skosh of dry curacao, a little bit of this same bitter liqueur, And then I have this lemon curd that I found at Schnucks. And
Is that like lemon and butter, or what is lemon and curd? Is there fat in that?
sugar, eggs, water, butter, cream from milk, salt, lemon juice from concentrate, pectin, which is the thickening agent, citric acid, natural flavors, sodium citrate, bean gum, yellow 5. I tasted this. I mean, we're all friends here, so it doesn't matter. I didn't eat off this spoon, but like, just taste that. Like, it's...
I thought you were gonna feed me for a second.
No.
Yes,
That's it.
It is long enough where you can like you
I
got
know.
the social distancing here. Try it.
Yeah.
You know.
Tape another pole to it.
Now, I feel like that's like a lemon bar in a jar, or
Yeah.
like
I mean,
lemon meringue bar or whatever the fuck.
I swear, actually, that just gave me
Jessica
an,
likes lemon desserts. I don't know any.
that gave me a idea because I have some vanilla vodka, so I'm gonna put a splash of vanilla vodka in there too. I think just to accentuate the vibes of lemon pastry.
Yes.
I'll show you. If you've never
Yes.
had, so I'll grab. Hang on, let me grab it. That's why we do this at my house.
Yeah, and while he's going to figure out what the hell's going to go in his cocktail, oh boy, oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, duh.
I was like, I mean, that way you don't have wet crotch the rest of the night.
It's just wet leg. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like, you know. I knew putting those cans in my jacket pocket and walking up here was a bad idea.
Ooh. Never trust a fart, honestly. Just don't do it. That is why, so the mouse pad thing, the trackpad, is now sitting on a notebook, so when shit spills, the notebook gets ruined, and not the trackpad. So, like, fun fact there. Figured that shit out.
My bad.
No, I am afraid that everyone's gonna spill everything, including myself. Like, I fling around. I'm just more, I guess you'd say, antiquated with not knocking shit over because it's my house, and I set all this shit up. So I hopefully don't knock it all over.
Do we need this anywhere near us right now?
I know. Here, we
don't
could
need
just
this.
here. I'll put it behind us.
Now that that's not on a book, I feel like we have to.
You're like, now that you said that, it's
Yeah.
definitely gonna get
No.
fucked up.
Give me a book for my phone. No.
Yeah. Babe, will you do me a favor and rinse?
Here's the
this out?
remote. We need a book for that.
Yeah. Just rinse that out for me, please. Thank you.
Anyway, so the beer I was trying to pour is another non-alcoholic beer. We got an IPA called Sober Carpenter.
Ooh.
It is uber hopped. Oh wait, no. Sober Carpenter is the brewery.
Oh,
It's the brewery.
Thanks, baby.
Established in 2019. Uber hopped is the beer. I believe it is an IPA. Uses Citra, Simcoe, and Cascade hops. 42 IBU, which is not too shabby for a non-alcoholic IPA.
That's pretty happy.
Yeah, it looks pretty great. We did some cool shit over here in this camera. I don't know.
Right.
Hopefully you guys can see that.
I think that camera looks like it's panning out. I don't think I'm gonna run it the whole time that we're doing this, but I think it's Tim's cocktail cam.
Yeah, for sure. You ruined your shaker glass.
Oh, that's why I have my beautiful assistant to help me. So this, which there's not much left, and disregard how dusty this bottle is, because this isn't something I drink all the time, but 360, which happens to be a St. Louis brand, makes a Madagascar vanilla vodka that,
Among 1,000 other flavors.
well, they're among 1,000 other mediocre flavors or whatever, but this by far, which I don't know, it's kind of vanilla-y. You can't really can't crazily smell it, but you can taste it. But I'm gonna have to buy another bottle of this because if you remember the first podcast, Elizabeth and James, they were on talking to us, and they did sober January. So I make a cocktail called the lemon meringue pie,
Yeah.
and I didn't do that. Did I do that on the one?
No.
Okay, I couldn't remember honestly. We do a lot of these.
And there's alcohol involved, so. Obvious.
Sorry, this clean
memory
noise.
shot a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. No, but so I do a lemon meringue pie martini. I was actually thinking, when I was thinking that, I was like, oh, the last party I did, I made it for them. So that's probably where my mind was drifting off to.
The one where you were the...
Santa Claus.
Yes.
Well, every party I do with them, I make that cocktail because it's Elizabeth's favorite. And honestly, like, it's a crowd stopper. Like, if you see me doing it, you would come see what's it like. What are you doing here, fella?
So you got flames going on that one, too?
Oh, yeah. I torch the top. The whole top of the cocktail has sugar. And I torch it. It's pretty bomb. That will 100% be on here. I'm just going to be honest with you. I haven't...
Not tonight, though.
No.
Just slow your roll.
Yeah. Everyone calm down. All right.
That one will give you the ingredient list a few days ahead of time. It sounds like it might be a little in depth.
Yeah. Well, hopefully starting after this one, we'll have just everything available for the week. I think because Jake's going to start getting off earlier, we'll be able to plan the day a little bit better, and then we can actually figure out what we're going to do ahead of time.
Yeah.
Most of these take place, hey, what are you doing today? Oh, nothing, buddy. Let's podcast today. It sounds like a good day.
We haven't done one this week. We need to get one done.
Yep. Like, we are committed to weekly podcasts.
Yes. And just to see what I was saying, we're going to get our planning back down, not back, but it's there. We'll get it there. And to let you know, so you guys can prepare, we're going to let you know the topics that we're going to be talking about that episode, a couple different ones. That way you guys can really know what's going to happen on that episode. We'll have special guests as we had last time with Maggie from Pourfections. So we're going to kind of do some different things, but we want to keep you updated on what those things will be a few days ahead of time. And we will definitely be doing that, especially when I get off at 3:30 every day. I'm super excited. I think I got like a week left of this.
Well, and that's why I was like, we're going to do adventures where we go do stuff too. And with him getting off earlier, that'll definitely make that a lot easier. Yes. Oh, damn, that's what I meant to grab something. I forgot. BRB.
Also, we want to come up with topics that you guys want to talk about too. So be on the lookout for some request posts or just drop it in the chat, whatever you guys want to talk about. Of course, that is always on the table. But we're going to try to talk about things that you actually want to hear about and not just what we want to talk about, if that makes any sense. Yeah. So be on the lookout for those posts. Send us a DM if you're like, hey, this week I was dealing with this shit. Can we talk about this? Or I didn't understand this that happened this week. Let's talk about it. And that way, maybe we aren't going to be the experts on everything, of course, but maybe there's somebody else in the audience listening in and that has some information to share. So we really want to make this about you guys just as much as it is about us or the alcohol and everything that we're already doing here.
I'm doing this for the people. I mean, I enjoy it, but I like, making people's day better. That's what we, back to the old roots of the situation here.
Yes, that is exactly why I signed on, and I think why you probably asked me to be a part of it.
Facts of life. All right, I'm not going to tell you anything about this till after I make it, but there is a different method, and I do my old fashions this way. So I put the smoke in here, then I put it in the tin. Oh, okay. Hey, we're not redding out though, so that's good. It's live cocktails with Tim. This is probably more fun anyway.
Yes. You have a lot. You have your space.
I know.
With two of us.
See, and I love having the three people, but I was literally like, should I get like a side table to put over next to me to have extra shit? Because it's like I need more room here.
Oh wow, that's not a terrible idea. Set up the camera on the side table if you need to.
So without tasting this at all, before I shook it or smoked it or anything, this could be absolutely terrible.
It looks like apple pie in a cup.
Right? I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I doubt
it's like terrible, looks like a little caramel pudding.
A little caramel pudding,
just real liquidy.
All right, I'm gonna give her a.
I don't know what to think about that reaction. Was that just a total? I'm gonna not react.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you ever watch me, that's what I do.
can slide it over the peanut gallery before I react.
Take a little scotch here. I just want everybody's real thoughts. See what happens. Tasted nothing, mixed off of what I know in my mind. What's everybody think?
I like it. I can taste the alcohol. I like the smokiness to it. There's some sort of like caramelized. Maybe that's the smokiness.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. It is definitely not a whole lot of mixer with the alcohol. This is a stronger drink.
Well,
for sure.
It's a martini.
Yeah, I mean the booze.
Oh yeah, well yeah, martini. That makes sense.
Well, I served it up just because
always
I thought it would be prettier. Let's go back to the action cam.
Is it a martini like you built? Like that's what it's classified as?
See me catch that knife. Okay, so I would not call. Here's the thing about martinis. I think a martini, in my opinion, is vodka or gin, with or without vermouth, shaken or stirred, served up or on the rocks. Like a sour apple martini is a cocktail served in a martini glass.
Ah, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes,
like
100%.
It kind of like this is just a cocktail in a coupe glass, and it's served up. So like I could have put this on the rocks, or I could have served it up, or I could have put it in a funnel and we could have bonged it.
When you say served up, that means on a stem?
Served up means in my mind, which there is definitely great debates about up, means shaken, strained, and served to where there's no ice in it, and it doesn't even have to have a stem, because if you have a stemless martini glass, it's still served up.
Right. Okay.
If that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Like there's neat, up, or rocks. Neat means you just pour the booze into the glass. Up means shaken, strained, or I guess you could stir and strain for it to be up as well, but there's no ice in the glass.
Taking the ice out.
Correct.
Shake with the ice sometimes.
Yep, shake or stir, whatever you're doing, you're diluting it down. That's what you're doing with the ice, is you're chilling the drink and diluting it down.
A little water stays behind.
Yep.
Yep, okay.
Well, in the general rule of thumb, like if you're making a martini, 3 ounces of booze will equate to 7 to 7.5 ounces after you strain it. So you're when you drink a martini, half of it's water.
Oh.
It's crazy. But that's good for you because you don't need to be drinking straight vodka.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Phil, who is Cliff Clavin? I feel like I know that name after I just said that out loud.
Cheers. The postman from Cheers.
Yeah,
so just from Flame That Orange Taste, just a scope.
Linda was about to take my head off, I think.
I know. She was like, well, you know how I said I wasn't going to do the podcast? Jake, you're cut. You're down.
I at least pronounced it right.
Yeah, Cliff Clavin.
All right.
Phil, that made us laugh. Oh yeah, Phil, since I've got you right now, the hat that I did wear like 4 episodes ago was the one from Florida that Phoenix has. I meant to answer that, and I completely forgot.
This has the lemon stuff in it too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that right there.
Okay, so what we did...
I had to be like looking for certain things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, so there's rosé vermouth, which I did an ounce. And then I did an ounce of Carpano Antica, which is giving it that... Hang on, let's put it back in the color vibe here. Next to these cool knives. So the color is really coming from this lemon, and then the sweet vermouth, which is the darker color. And then like everything else is either clear or red, essentially. So I did an ounce of the sweet vermouth, an ounce of the rosé vermouth. I think I did a half ounce of dry curacao, a half ounce of... oh my god, I'm staring right at it. Vanilla vodka. I think that's all I did. I don't know. We'll go back to the footage later. Because I thought I meant
I'll write it down next time.
Well, I meant to put Capoletti in there, the bitter orange liqueur, and I didn't. And I don't know if I did. So we're gonna have to go back to the footage if it even has me on there doing it. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Turned out pretty good. I'll probably make something else with this lemon stuff here in a second. So who cares?
True. Who do we got watching? Anybody pop on? We got Nick's watching. Hey, Nick. Say hi to everybody.
Where do you see that at?
In my phone. We'll bring him on camera.
In my phone?
I wonder if this is going to work.
Can you pull it up? That'd be funny. Skype Nick. What up, buddy? He's in Florida with the parents in Fort Lauderdale. Shout out. Did you go to Rocco's Tacos yet, buddy?
John Dalton signed in at the beginning. I don't know if he's still out there.
John, you watching? You gotta say stuff.
You gotta say stuff. Yeah, you can't just watch. That's bullshit. You have to interact, okay?
All right, partner. This is how this goes. If you're in here watching, at least just be like, you guys are jackasses. That's all you got to say. And then, because I want to shout you out. So when I see you in person in 2027, when all this shit's over, I can be like, hey, thanks for tuning in on episode 7. I appreciate it.
Do you think it's ever going to be over? Like, do you think we're just like...
Our lives, yeah, for sure. Like, the COVID thing, no idea, bro. Like, I think it's just going to be SARS-CoV-863, like... the gods of X-Men, and it's just like the only people left surviving are the rich white guys in power and then mutants that rule the world. Was that The Boys, that show?
Yes. Yes, The Boys. It is literally what would happen in America if superheroes were real.
I think they are real. I swear to God. Linda and I have been watching the Marvel movies from like the very first one. We're watching them through, and I'm like, you know what I realized? And I've thought this numerous times before. So imagine you are in a super secret program, all right? And you get out of it. And you can't tell anybody, but you sure can make some fucking movies that are fictional about it. Like, we were watching Avengers or whatever, and they're talking about Project Paperclip, which is a real project, and they're talking about real companies that are still in existence today that billions of black budget money go to. Like, they're talking about all that stuff in Avengers.
Paperclip.
Project Paperclip is a real thing that involved, what's the company? Lockheed Martin? Yeah, Lockheed Martin.
Sounds familiar.
A lot of these companies, like, developed stealth bombers, all this stuff, and they're the ones that are all in Area 51 and Groom Lake. If anybody nerds out like I do, I could just ramble about this shit forever.
Why not ramble for a little bit?
I know, that's why the forest is behind us.
Cool.
So, like, if Bigfoot pops up behind me, somebody's got to tell me.
Bro, that'd be so great.
Right? You know what we should probably do next time? I think what I meant to do this, but we're going to go on a delay for a second. SR-71, yeah. I'm pretty sure we brought Phil back some memorabilia from the cool... in Florida, when we went this past year, there was I guess you'd call it airplane museum?
Yeah.
I guess it was a military airplane museum, and they had all kinds of cool ass airplanes. Yeah, Air Force Museum, and they had all kinds of cool airplanes, and I got a couple patches because I like patches, you know, and they definitely took some stuff back for Phil. Phil's a big, I guess you'd like. I feel like history.
He flew.
Well, yeah, he flew, but I'm saying, like, now I would say you just enjoy all the history of it, right? I would say, when I say it, I just mean, like, honestly, everything, because that's how I am. I kind of like all the shit.
We've got Betsy Estrada Grass signed on.
Jason's wife.
That's fine.
Hey, Betsy. What up? You missed the cocktail. I'm going to make another one. Well, I made 2 cocktails.
She likes gin. You need gin?
Did she say that on there? How do you know that? What, are you just, like, talking to all my friends behind my back, babe? That's fine. It's fine.
A couple times ago, she asked for, hey, what's some ginger?
Well,
Sup, dogs?
I wasn't prepared for gin. We will do gin soon because I have a bunch of good gin. And so I've been drinking since 11 a.m. Not actually drinking, but like I went and did a like I was
Prepping.
I spit a lot of shit out, honestly. St. George, which they're probably from what he says, the first craft distiller in America, like that ever craft distilled flavored spirits and all that stuff, I guess. I don't know.
I would like to fact check that one, but I'll go with it.
He said
I'll listen to him.
first craft distiller, I want to say, in America. Like, when do you think that was? Like, not so like bourbon and all that's different than, because they do brandy, absinthe, and I wonder if by craft distiller they mean someone that distills everything, like a whole portfolio, perhaps. I don't know.
I can see that.
Dude was super charming. Like, he really was. Probably like, he was the Midwest regional director. But they brought first off, gin, since we're talking about it, they did a rye barrel aged, and I think it's in wine barrels. I'll find it. It's definitely, if you look up St. George rye gin, it was phenomenal. Like, and it has like a pinkish, reddish hue to it. I've ordered a bunch of their stuff today, so you're gonna see some of their products on the podcast.
Okay.
Because they have a coffee liqueur that, I'm gonna be honest with you, the best I've ever had. Like, for
Really?
real. So they use real coffee and actual sugar. So he said in 3 ounces, it's equivalent to an actual shot of real espresso in there.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, I was kind of like, 2 bottles, I'll take it.
Wake me up in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, you just drink this all day. No need for anything else, really. But what I was actually getting to is they have a chili vodka.
Oh,
That-
spicy.
Well, here's the thing. It wasn't like real spicy. So it literally tasted like pico de gallo juice. So like a verde
Oh.
spicy.
Okay.
And he said that's what he was going for. The rep was explaining it to me. I can't really remember exactly, but I think they use a couple different kinds of chilies and probably put them in, let them sit, and then vapor distill some stuff. And I think he said cilantro's vapor distilled, some like sage or something. So there's a bunch of actual stuff like you'd put in pico that they put in there.
Wow.
And I would say out of all the spirits that I know, their portfolio at St. George is all good. Like everything you have from there is actually tasty. So if you ever see their stuff, swoop it up.
I wonder if the craft distiller is like someone who does everything from scratch, what you just described.
Oh, maybe that
Because
too. Yeah.
so many distillers out there that come out with flavored things, they're not extracting those flavors themselves. They have a flavor manufacturer and then they just put drops in.
Yep.
I mean, used to do it all the time.
Yeah.
When I used to
Well,
make
and I mean,
it.
it is what it is because at the end of the day, are you trying to make a $20 bottle or a $100 bottle? Because when you
Right.
make everything from scratch, I mean, the amount of effort is literally like tenfold.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to do all that is manpower and money and all that other stuff when you could just buy a bottle like this and go boop, boop, boop. $5.
But then I think that makes it worth paying.
Oh, yeah.
the extra
Well,
for
that's
it.
like Maggie from last week. You know, her simple syrups and her syrups were all with the real ingredients and everything in
Yes.
them. And that's why they were so delicious. You know, if they were all completely clear, I'd be like, I don't want these.
Right. Yes.
You
I
know?
mean, it looked like she had brought a bunch of juices that were just sitting in front of you for the
Yep.
most part. So, yes.
And that's what I was like. I will. Whenever I went on her website, you know, I'm not gonna let just anybody come on here. I mean, I would, but like,
Well, that's why you didn't respond to me asking if you wanted me to
oh
be
no,
that one guy.
I saw that and I was like, it's already too far gone, honestly. And Jake had all the other mic stuff, and I was like, there's the third mic would have got here 4 minutes beforehand, and I was like, I'm cool with it. We'll just do us two. I'll smoke some drinks. We'll smoke some other shit later. It's fine.
He's too right. Yeah.
Not to sound ridiculous, but I'm not like terribly wrong very often.
If that is truly the thought that went through your head, smart man.
Yeah.
I like it. I
Yeah.
love it. You know me well.
Yeah. Like you could have said, I'll be here. We're starting at 7. He's like, I'll be here at 4. I'm like, I'll see you at 6:59. I heard him coming up the stairs. I looked at the clock on the screen behind me. I was like, man, he's fucking early for real. 4 minutes. He got it. Nailed it. Hey, home run. All right.
Who is Mike Wilkinson?
Oh, Mike. It's Mike and Joanne
Mike and Joanne.
from 119. Mike, I love you, buddy.
Oh.
Are you? So if you're watching, Mike, which you are, do you still have the beard? We might have to have you on if you still have the beard.
Is this a proprietor? Or you said at 119?
Oh no, he's just a regular that I met that we became
okay.
friends.
You met him there. Okay.
Yeah, we became friends there. And Canoe had a party the other night, and I couldn't go because I was working. So did you guys go to that as well? Question mark. But I missed the shit out of you guys. I'm still jealous that you traveled for like the first year and a half of COVID and just worked from wherever the hell you were.
See, that is what I'm trying to do. Fuck a crisis, we'll leave.
Here's the thing. Everyone just send us money, and we can just do this for the rest of our lives. We could do this from wherever. I thought about getting a van anyway.
I was actually playing with the idea of putting a tiny house in my parents' backyard while I'm there taking care of everybody.
I was gonna
That way I
try.
can get out of there, have my own space, you know.
You know, it would just be like constant, like, Jake,
No,
Jake.
it would be constant. This.
Oh yeah.
Do you know Janelle loves to call me?
But then you would not respond to that, and then it would go to Jake, Jake, Jake.
At least she
Big
would
Bang
get
Theory
some
people,
exercise
anybody?
going up and down the stairs on a regular basis.
That is true. Yeah, but
I might enjoy this.
if you can't get her over the knee problem, we're gonna have to get one of the old people chairs for you.
Well, good news. She's got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so somebody with authority can tell her she's fine.
She's fine. It looks like your knee works
And I'm gonna
just like a knee.
feel terrible if she like needs to have surgery or something, of course. But she's fine because we went to the gym yesterday. She rode the bike, and how I got her there was I convinced her, let's do upper body stuff. We don't even have to touch the legs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But let's do a warm up on the bike. She sat on the bike for 25 minutes.
Like, I'll put Mountain Dew in your squeeze bottle if you do the bike for 20
Your
minutes.
squeeze bottle. She has a Tervis with a handle and a straw. Okay,
Wait,
that's
what-
her drink.
Like what size? Oh wait, is it
The
the
big
hand?
one.
Oh, with the handles that don't come with the cup, right? Like
Correct. You can put them on the other. You switch
never
around.
got on board with that. I bought the handle with the cup built in.
Ah, okay.
The handle with the cup built in. The cup with the handle built in. I bought the handle. It came with the rest of the
I
cup.
see why your brain was thinking that way, though.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
can buy the handle without
I
the
know.
cup.
I know. And that's why we're here. We're trying. We might make a TikTok out of this. Every time I go back to watch funny stuff, it doesn't seem as funny.
Oh, Ma's back.
do. Ma.
Ma's back.
Ma.
Ma, we missed you.
Yeah, we did. Honestly, cheers, Ma.
Yes. Cheers. What are you drinking tonight?
I'm gonna smoke another cocktail since you're back, Ma. Do you want the last scotch of this, babe?
Skosh.
Scoosh. It's different. I'm gonna try making a little. I'm gonna try putting the ingredient I think I left out in it. See what happens.
I want to know if this Mike guy does have his beard now.
I know, Mike.
And
I know he's probably still trying to figure out how to respond.
does it have some length to it?
Well, so imagine.
He's trying to.
I knew Mike for probably like 3 or 4 years before COVID, at least 2 or 3 years, and clean shaven every day. And all of a sudden it was like I saw a little stubble. I just like naturally, and then I didn't see him because I think like he had like a little stubble the last I saw of him, and then all of a sudden I see on Facebook and it literally looks like like this, like his beard's probably bigger than mine, and I was like, oh, jealous. I feel like it just like one of those. What is that? The Play-Doh thing where you like push and the beard just comes out?
Yeah.
How the hell does beard get so big so fast? Cheater.
Jessica McDaniel Cortez is now watching.
Hey!
No,
Haven't seen you in ages.
I don't know any of these people. I love it.
Good for you.
Love it. Good for you.
I'm gonna smoke some more drinks here. See what. Oh, I do know what I need though.
Michelle, what does working on no drinking mean for you? I'm working on no drinking. She's going out to get some ice cream.
Oh, is that why you're not drinking?
Been waiting
Makes
on
sense.
her for an hour and a half. What are you doing at the bar then if your family's waiting for you for an hour and a half, Michelle?
I was like, is she at this bar or like you're at a different bar?
She's at this bar. She's just sitting at the end of the bar.
They can wait for their ice cream. It's not like it's melting. Put it in the microwave. Tell them they can have milk soup if they're that upset. All right, let's try this again.
But I'm happy they're getting you out of the house.
We're gonna put this on camera, so whenever I can't figure it out, I'm just saying. Put Linda on. Phil just said put Linda on. She said
She's
one day.
shaking her head.
One
Phil.
day, Phil. Not today, apparently.
Oh, yeah. One day university hanging out over there.
Yep. I'll just tell her she can't have any more drinks unless she comes on.
FYI, they get nothing done at one day university.
I don't even know what that means.
It means that one day I'll do this. One day I'll do this.
Oh,
it's also
okay.
someday university in some parts of the country.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Understood.
One day I'll do this. One day I'll do that. No, make that one day today, people.
Do it today.
Whatever
people.
you want to do, make it happen. Linda doesn't want to come on the screen, so we're not going to make that happen today.
Yeah. Not today, but one day. It's positive thinking, and honestly, if you don't want to do something, don't fucking do it either. Nobody's holding a gun to your head. And if they are, give them the money from the drawer, for Christ's sake. Jesus.
Yes. Yes, there is no life or no amount of money worth a life. And that's what they told us when I worked at the bank. They said just give it to them.
Yeah, unless
Don't
you need
get shot. Don't try to save the day. Give him all the money you can give him.
unless you need insulin, and then there is a price for life because it's very expensive.
Yeah. Now there are, okay, exceptions to everything. Timothy.
Hey, that's why they keep me around. All right.
Are you guys lit?
I mean, no, kinda.
Not yet.
No, I've only had one drinkish.
My hand.
Yeah. We're gonna try putting a little wildflower honey in it. This too.
Yeah, Michelle has been really crushing revamping her social media presence as she is trying to help people just like we are too.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
Not as much as I love lemon curd. I'm just joking. I'm just being funny. Everyone calm down.
Everybody who just tuned in, what the fuck is lemon curd?
I'll put it back on the screen. I screwed up and put all the booze in here already.
It's basically dairy with lemon in it.
Yeah. Facts.
Facts.
Alright.
I gotta stop laughing at myself.
Huh? No, I always laugh at myself. It helps encourage other people to laugh. Because they go, look how dumb he is. I can laugh at him. That's what I say about myself when I rewatch these.
Rick Taylor just joined. What up, Rick?
Love ya. Alright. One more frozen glass.
I'll let you know when it's people that I know, so I can introduce you to people.
I definitely had something I meant to say the next time Rick was on, but I do not remember now. That was minutes ago. All right. Are you guys lit? Obviously. Not as much as I want to be.
Do we have any people? Oh, somebody is watching on YouTube. Who's watching on YouTube? Say hello.
Oh, so what I've been up to
Linda.
is...
Linda.
Oh, is it Linda? That's funny. We're smoking some cocktails here, and we're gonna do a second go of this one and see if it's any better or worse. The first one was drinkable. I definitely drank it.
Flames.
Right?
I feel like I wasn't ready for the smokiness. We got to do another show because I'm bringing the fog machine next time, so we can just be in a cloud of smoke, just doing those.
It's true. I'm running out
Except
of
you're gonna
juice,
have to
but-
deal with it when I leave.
Oh
It's
yeah,
gonna be fogged out
we'll
apartment.
just have to wait till it's whatchamacallit, spring, so I can open the windows.
Yeah. Yes. We can rock some dry ice. You might be able to use that too.
Right? Running on empty apparently.
Michelle, that is for after hours if you want to stay tuned when we turn off the camera. As I almost spill my beer everywhere again.
Oh yeah, well,
She said pass the blunt.
right? Well, that's what I was gonna say. What we're thinking is possibly doing like an hour and a half on these platforms and then going to another platform where we can have music and that kind of thing. But I think it's gonna be like where it's a subscription, so like $1 a month or something to be able to go in there. And I think that's our plan. Perhaps we're trying to get it to where we can have other stuff going on. Like if I wanted to play a Chris Stapleton song on my guitar, I can't do it on here because they'll just take it down, or they can take it down, or whatever. Take the money that they would give us, or whatever, away. So it's like I kind of want to get on a platform where no one can tell us what to do. Which brings me to the Joe Rogan thing.
This is a fact about being a private venue at that point.
I think it's just because it's not to the public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not accessible to everybody.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you can do whatever you want. They I don't, as far as I know, they can't control you at that facet.
Yes, it is BS, Michelle, because we're pulling those songs from public places and giving credit. It doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
But I guess people want their money. I don't know.
It is.
that what it is?
It is
that
what it is. I guess. That's the thing. I really don't. I don't know either. I really don't. And it's not the people. It's the labels that own their flipping music. It's who it is.
I feel. Yeah. I know some music people, but is most, you would say, they're the artists, they're the passionate one, they're just there to express themselves and bring their music to the world, and it's the labels that are fucking around with everything?
So my understanding is some labels will just let you put it out there so it's more exposure for their music, and then some labels are like, we want all of our money that's ever possible to have, give it to us now. So it's kind of this 50-50 world, and no one knows what music, you know, there's no book of these people care and these people don't, you know, so it's all take your best bet and best shot. Yeah, this one has the other stuff in it, the other one didn't for sure. Ooh.
It's the ASCAP bullshit. What's the ASCAP bullshit there, Rick? I don't do acronyms very well.
ASCAP?
There are too many of them in the world.
Is that where you cap those motherfucking asses? Bust a cap. Alright.
Is that bicycle Rick?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's Rick and Kelly. Linda's like, I think I know him.
It's not Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick! No, that'd be cool though, too. Give it a little.
Ooh.
I don't really know why I'm doing orange. Honestly, I think the orange flame has a little deeper, richer flavor is the only real reason.
Do you have another citrus fruit available? Oh, okay. Phil is getting lost in the woods.
Okay.
Does that mean he's tripping balls on shrooms or something?
No, the behind us, bro.
The forests.
That's like, it's like the moment when Nick was like, it's like my mom's watching. She's like, yeah, I am. So try this, because this, I don't know, I think this is like way better.
That is good. Something else. What did you add? That orange?
No, the thing I didn't add, which was that Capoletti, the bitter orange.
Yes, there is a nice
Yeah.
orange flavor. Maybe that's why you're putting the orange rind in it.
It's true.
Delicious.
Or skin.
It's like
Set
the
the
cream saver.
Ryan. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that custard gives it like that, like the pastry vibe, and then you've got the other. Yeah, so that was take that to the old Thaxton, sell it. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep giving her shout outs because she said that's fine. And I was
Michelle,
like,
you have a Zoom meeting in 5 minutes and you're going to get ice cream. I'm just confused. But enjoy your Zoom meeting and the ice cream.
Wait,
Thanks for tuning in.
Where are you zooming to? That's obnoxious.
I
Ridiculous.
told you she's like on fire right now. She's
Get it, girl? Yeah,
learning stuff,
Get it.
creating stuff, and doing stuff. And
Get it done, son.
right now, I just sit there and learn stuff. Kind of do some stuff.
We do still. Here's the thing, like. We were talking about this when he got here. It's like we almost need like an entire day to plan for this when
Correct.
we try to do it in a few hours. And the rest of our lives are pretty flippin' busy. So it's like this conundrum of like, well, we're gonna put this out. Do we need a whole team of people? Yeah, but do we have that ability? No. And we're just
Not yet.
when we get to episode 50, it's not way better.
Then we need to start paying people.
And I guess we're gonna pay people. It's fine. Because I have no intentions of quitting.
I mean, when you think about it, there are entire companies devoted to putting on shows.
I know.
And we're doing this by ourselves. So
Yeah.
I think what you've come up with here is fucking fantastic.
I'm not
must
mad
say
about
so
it.
myself.
Honestly. Yeah, it could be worse,
It definitely could
but
be
it ain't
worse.
that.
I've made
Yeah,
worse.
but it ain't that bad. We could be sitting in old Baghdad, in the middle of a hot damn desert, sitting in a tank.
Without anything to plug our
No, that's just from my favorite song.
meter on.
The one I said last week. I was like, Sturgill Simpson, Have the Crown, go watch it. But make sure you watch the YouTube video where they're at the brewery because it's a little bit different of a vibe, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
The song on Spotify, which again we'll talk about. Joe, the whole point of us having topics is we never ever get to them. It's
Yeah.
like we'll talk about it and then we just sidetracked. But yeah,
We're getting there.
the Sturgill Simpson one, You Can Have the Crown, still great song. Everyone look it up.
You
Watch
can
it again.
have the crown. You
Yeah.
can have the
Yeah.
crown.
So he says, they call me King Turd up here on Shit Mountain. If you want it, you can have the crown. That's the actual end of the chorus. So if you think I'm doing great up here, it's just a pile of shit, and you can have the crown if you want it.
Yes, I like that. I feel like that is reminds me of Hurt.
Yeah. The old Johnny Crash.
Now, was it his original song and then Nine Inch Nails did it after?
I feel like I've looked this up before, and I honestly don't remember. I think it was Trent Reznor's song and Johnny Cash covered it. Pretty sure.
That's what I'm thinking, because it was an Empire of Shit
Yep.
in the Nine Inch Nails song, and then it becomes an Empire of Dirt in Johnny Cash's version, I think.
Correct us if we're wrong. We've got some people out there.
We know people like music.
Yep.
Somebody's got the answer.
Somebody's got the answer. I'm going with 9 Inch Nails. It would be my
I
pick.
think I've heard that before, too.
Do you need that other beer, buddy?
And sure. Either stout, probably the one that's been in your fridge and not shaken, might be a good idea.
Not stirred.
Which is the
I got it.
silver purple top.
I got it. Yeah. I know what's in my own fridge. And especially when something's been lingering there for like 2 weeks, I'm like, where the fuck is that from?
Watch out before I reach it.
Oh, I was like, you think that one's gonna explode too?
You took it away. I didn't even.
Oh shit! Here,
But I put it in that same corner. Look.
There you go. Here. It's up there now.
There you go.
There you go.
Wake Up Call by Brewdog. Where are these guys out of? We got Brew. This is the Columbus brewed. Look, are you look at that? It's like they
Columbus brewed Embus, Ohio.
brewed. Yeah, like
USAD driven by
I want
passion.
you to feel drunk after.
Oh, USA driven by passion and United States by. Oh my God, what is happening? Hang on, let me bring the camera back up. Right,
Colo brewed.
hang on.
Like Columbus, the first part just fucks it up.
Where's the glare? I don't know. You probably can't see it.
I'm gonna take a picture of that and post it.
That is wild. Linda, I'll give it to you after he opens it. It's like you can't read it. It's one of those brain things where you almost have to like look at it and pick each word out.
Like it looks like a damn word search.
It is a damn word search. Like I'm pretty sure it's a word search. There's probably different words in there. Circle them out.
Can I drop this in the chat right now? That'd be cool.
Do you need another cocktail, babe?
Put it in there.
You okay?
Put it in there.
Where do you want it? In the chat? Put it in the chat. It's going in the chat, everybody. I don't know which one. It's the organization that collects music fees. I saw that earlier.
Photo.
So I didn't know that they had an actual name. ASCAP. Maybe I have seen that. I don't know. Honestly, don't remember. I watch a lot of that music stuff, like with royalties and I don't know, who was it? Billy Idol, apparently, on if you watch Hired Gun. They basically are like, Billy Idol was a great guy until his manager took all his money, and then he became a giant dick. And basically took all the money from all the band and kicked him out and started a new band and paid everybody less.
Wow.
They're not Billy Idol. Damn it, not Billy Idol. Dang it. What's the matter with the clothes I'm wearing? What the fuck is that guy's name?
Oh my gosh.
All right, I just posted it to the Facebook page because I can't paste a picture in the chat. Billy Eilish?
No, Billy Joel. Billy Joel. Yes, Billy Joel, not Billy Idol. Jesus, pull it together, Tim. Billy Joel, basically like everybody in his band, after his manager took literally all his money and he didn't get it back, he started basically like if you wanted anything extra from him, he just kicked you out of the band.
Fuck. It's terrible.
Right?
Prima donna.
Right? Honestly, I think I'm just going to try to make this drink again.
Wake up call. I'm taking it that this might be a coffee stout.
Oh, it's definitely a coffee stout.
Yeah.
Living the dream. I feel like, did I do...
You guys live.
Love you, Ma. Honestly.
Jordan.
Oh.
Remember we went out for the 21st birthday party?
Mm-hmm.
That's Jordan. He's on
I can't see who's on unless they say stuff.
That's it. It says, what keyboards do you have in the back row?
Where's that at?
Are you on YouTube?
I think so.
Why are we not getting YouTube stuff? I wonder if that was with the
It's all
settings.
there.
Rick's on Facebook, it says.
Oh,
Ke- Is it on the main one? Oh yeah, he says, what keyboards do you have in the background? It is on the main chat, but for some reason we're not seeing it to the right over here.
So the big one is a M Audio, so it's just a MIDI controller. So it has some pads and it has some knobs and different stuff basically to tweak sound. And then the little one, that little Arturia orange one, plugs into that MPC one. And honestly, like having that little keyboard, I don't know why they wouldn't like, sell them together, because it's insanely amazing. Because you can either play chords or singular notes on the keyboard and set the pads up on the MPC one the same way, to where like I'll play chords with the buttons and then go over here and play singular notes kind of vibe. So you can play both octaves. If that makes sense.
That's still got a good smell to it. Stouts always last longer. It's a little watery.
It's definitely watery coffee. It's not bad. I've had better watery coffee, but for like having a thought of maybe it being a beer, it's not bad.
That's not terrible.
Like
It's
I
a
said,
little
had way worse.
effervescent water, kinda.
Right?
Yeah. It's not as bad as that probably makes it sound.
Yeah, it's not as great as that probably makes it sound either.
True. I would have to say the well-being coffee stout with Sump coffee. They use Sump coffee with that. That one is probably the best one I've had.
I think I could agree with you on that as well.
I'm gonna definitely go run every month or so and get new NA beers and just get fresh ones that we can try as we go.
Do it.
I really want to try that Goza one my sister took from me. She was trying.
Sour?
Yeah. She was thinking that they might have been pregnant or something, so she was like,
Oh,
not-
yeah.
Her thinking was she wanted to make her body a temple, so she didn't want to drink anymore, so she can't get pregnant. That makes sense. So she took all my NA beers when they had like some sort of party, Christmas party maybe. I don't know.
Whoop, whoop. Christmas party.
So
That's
Joe
fun,
Rogan.
Oh yeah, let's talk about some personal freedoms. I can't believe we don't see that one about the keyboards. That upsets me. We'll figure it out. Keep watching. We'll figure it out. Or log in on Twitch or whatever the other one is.
I will continue to look at it. Jordan responded and said, I've been looking at an OP1, but just more on the expensive side as far as the keyboards go.
Yeah. I'm not a keyboardist. I don't know what I call myself. Probably
musician.
Dabbler. Yeah,
Yeah.
like probably stringed instruments, and then like trying to build things. The reason I have the keyboards is because I want to get better at it essentially, and I just haven't put the time and effort into like learning piano and all that, because I kind of have it dumbed down with the MPC one. Like it's literally to the point of like I don't even need to learn chord progressions because it'll do it all for me. So, but I want to learn chord progressions so I know what the hell is going on. So, I mean, basically there's different styles, blues, I don't know, whatever, there's a million different ones that have basically 1, 5, 1, 4, whatever progressions to them. And it's called the circle of fifths, which some people probably understand this or not. And basically like it connects you with what works together and sounds good. Like there's already a chart of how to make songs. Like you could just use these 4 chords and make a fucking song.
Yeah.
But you can't steal it from anyone else. What are the essentials for an amateur home bar? That's what we're working on, Adam. That's what we're working on. You just got to get every kind of booze you like yourself. That's all it is.
That is, I love that answer. I mean, instead of telling the basics that you need, but like, if you don't like gin, why have gin in your house?
Well, I'll tell you a good gin to buy.
For guests.
Well, here's the thing. Like, you want to probably have one of everything, but get shit that you like. Mm-hmm. I mean, unless you're an entertainer and there's people at your house all the time, But other than that, buy what you like and drink what you like, because honestly, if whatever I tell you doesn't mean you're going to like it. You'll probably love it.
For your classic cocktails, you probably obviously want a bottle of whiskey, a bottle of vodka, a bottle of gin, maybe some tequila if you like margaritas and things like that. Obviously, get yourself the base bottles so you can have pretty much anything to make. Simple syrup, I've heard you say, is a bar staple.
You make that yourself. Yeah, that's like a make it yourself. And then fresh citrus.
Or go to
like,
pourfections.com.
well, like basic 1-to-1 simple make that yourself. Yeah, for like if you want to get crafty, yeah, go to pourfections.com and buy all of her stuff because it's literally delicious. Like, I don't know. I don't even think we ended up trying all of them.
No, I don't think so.
Or I think maybe we did try all of them, but not in cocktails. And that's why I was like, we'll definitely do another Pourfection segment for real.
Sure.
Because that was very enjoyable.
A little Topo Chico. I mean, that's the brand that Tim really likes, but you're going to want some sparkling water. Right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
For
is that
sure.
what that is? Or is it tonic or anything in particular?
You want both. So sparkling water / club soda is different than tonic. Tonic is a syrup and has sugar and different stuff in it. Club soda is just water with carbonation. So, I mean, again, if you don't drink club soda, and I mean, like unless you're having parties or something, I wouldn't go crazy with, if you have like a little bottle or something for if someone comes over. But yeah, like club soda and tonic are definitely staples, but if you don't drink that shit, I don't know, it's just going to sit there and collect dust.
True.
Until your parents come over or something, or whoever drinks that shit.
I guess I'm trying to think of like maybe the entertainer side too.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
I feel I feel like you got to have some sort of bitter.
Yeah, the Angostura, the yellow top.
Yes, the typical one that you see.
Yeah.
I was going to say agnostic, and I knew that wasn't right.
I mean, it's very similar, though.
Oh, was it?
The agnostic bitters, like, oh, yeah. Facts. All right, we're going to do
Thank you for that question, Adam. I don't know who you are, but...
That's my buddy. He was on here last week, too. Adam, I haven't seen you in ages. I love you, buddy. We need to definitely get together. I was like, I need to text Adam this week. And turns out it's Monday, and that was last week, so you see how that worked out. Like, it's pretty much every day.
I feel like that's the same with me. Like, once I get into my work week, I think the rest of life is kind of on pause somehow until I'm done with that. And then I can, like, think about other stuff, and then my weekend's over.
Yep.
And I'm sure a lot of people feel the same.
It's facts. It's facts.
And I'm terrible at responding to people. I'm working on it. I responded to people all day today, I feel like. And some people I haven't
Me too.
talked to in like 10 days. But I left a text message unopened because I knew I still needed to respond and not,
Yeah.
I do that way too much. And
Here you go, babe.
But it protects my mental fortitude and like focus throughout the day and not that the people that I'm talking to are not important to me. Everybody is important to me. I just have some more important people that need my priority.
There's only
attention first.
There's only so many hours in the day.
Family is what I'm talking about here. Not my clients. My clients are important. I don't have many of them yet.
There's literally someone beating down Jake by text every fucking minute at home. And they lived in the same house.
What is like the average text message you think you receive a day? You might get a lot.
I get a shit ton. Don't ask me.
Do you have like a big like 20 or 30 just waiting for you to open ever? You don't let them sit. You're just.
I have 100,000 Gmail emails, but
holy shit!
But not. But no unopened text. Like I will. Okay, here's the thing. If the text pops up on the screen and it's like one that warrants no response, like they're responding to me, "Hey, have a great day. I'll talk to you later," whatever. Then I won't open it for a while until I feel it necessary to talk to them. And it also helps me remember to text somebody. Like, hey, I need to text them.
I feel like whenever I send somebody a screenshot, they're like, "Dude, you got like 40 unread messages. How do you do that?" It's called looking at your phone all day long. I don't know what to tell.
I mean, that is factual information. Like it's hard not to. Well, I get lost I'm doing stuff and then I'll look at my phone. I have 10 text messages and like all this shit, and I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. Let's respond to all of it now. and then that's what I do, and then go back to whatever I was doing, and then get a whole bunch, another barrage of the same, responses.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it'll literally be hours, and I'll feel bad because it was somebody like asking me something where they like wanted to know now. I'm like, oh, my bad, bro. I had headphones on and was recording the music.
Yeah. Yeah. I think.
Or I was just out, doing something.
I think that's something we have to learn to be okay with too. It was something I struggled with real hard when high school, college era, and like all my friends had girlfriends or whatever, and like I was kind of like alone, and I was like, oh, let's hang out. And then nobody would like,
Yep.
And then you're just stuck in these, oh my gosh, this thing is so important, which it's really not that important that you need that response right now.
Yeah.
But like I feel like we all get trapped in these things, and that's something you have to learn is to just be okay with somebody not responding to you for 2 hours a day, 3, 4, 5, 6 days.
Yeah.
And I almost have intentionally trained the people that talk to me to know that you may not get a response from me within 24 hours. You may not get one for a week. I'm trying to be much better than that, like getting it down to 24 hours.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And then I'll sit there at the end of the day in my bed, like dead tired, ready to go to bed, and I'm looking at all these text messages, and I'm like, I really should respond because this is the first chance that I have gotten to respond. And then I'm like,
but it's midnight.
Well, then it's 9:30, 10:30, or whatever time it is. Either way, I'm in bed.
Yep.
Then if I start responding, then I am waking my brain up to think of all these other things and react to other people, and then I'm like, let's just save it till tomorrow when it makes sense.
Yeah.
And then in the morning when I wake up, I'm like, don't look at your phone for an hour. Don't let the outside world fuck with your mentality. Get your day right, ready to start off right. And then I just go into the day and then never did. I never talked to anybody. It feels terrible.
And then it's 10:30 at night again, and he's looking at him in bed, and he's like, son of a, what happened? The whole day is gone.
Like, I try to respond to the ones that are, like, immediate. We're trying to figure something out right now, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. But if you really need an answer from me, call me. I will pick those up usually.
It takes him a while to respond to me, and honestly, like, sometimes whenever he's texting me, I haven't responded because I'm reading it. I'm like, I don't really need to respond to this. Like, it's kind of a statement more than a question or something. It's like, it's fine. We'll figure it out.
There's definitely a priority of places that I respond to faster. Like, I'll pick up the phone first, but I like to text. I don't like talking on the phone.
Yeah.
If you're trying to reach me, then definitely text me. I'll see those at the very least.
Yeah.
But don't Facebook message me or send me a Snapchat. That'll be a while.
Not interested. Adam, I do still love you, buddy. Honestly, I got to meet your kid. It's been, I haven't seen him in so long. He had a child.
Really?
Yeah. Like, no bullshit.
Fuck.
That's probably literally like,
I have 2 friends like that.
I don't, it had like, how, like 7, 8 months, 9 months? More than that, maybe. Honestly, COVID has ruined me, realistically.
COVID has ruined all of us.
Not everybody. I think the billionaires became multi-billionaires. So there's like 1% of people that weren't ruined from it. Way to go, 1%ers, while the rest of us just eat dicks all day.
Speaking of 1%ers and COVID, wasn't there somebody in the media that took a lot of heat for like letting some information go about COVID that was misinformation apparently? Is that the Joe Rogan thing?
8 months. 8 months. That's pretty good. I mean,
where's that? Is that? Am I completely not?
No.
thinking of the right thing?
So there's been a few different things that I've seen that were misinformation or whatever that were just getting shut down. But the Joe Rogan thing was he did his apology video, and it was like a 11-minute video of him basically going like, well, I'm not going to summarize all of it. Go watch it because it's worth it because there's a bunch of stuff this plays on. But when he's talking about the COVID stuff, he goes, listen, these people were getting canceled, literally shut down for stuff that a month later was fact. So, like, you can't disregard everything that, hey, just because this one vaccine company says that they know what's going on doesn't mean they know what's going on.
Dude, the facts are nobody knows what's going on.
Nobody knows. We don't know.
We're constantly learning things about it, and I think that's what has at least set me differently from other people is like, no, I'm not a denier of the virus. No, I'm not a denier of that some vaccines work. I'm a skeptic that this shit has been thrown together way too fucking fast.
Yeah. Well, I literally was to the facet of like, I don't trust something that literally just like, hey, this is the answer because we need an answer. And then all this information comes out of like these vaccine companies aren't storing the vaccine. They're not transporting them properly. They're not doing it, making them properly. There's no one watching over these people. And it's like, this is why I don't trust the shit.
Yeah.
Because like all the people that are in charge to make the stuff trustworthy don't give a shit. Like the one company that I don't know the name of it, but I watched a big little spiel on it to where they had 6 or 7 locations, I think, and the CDC went to 2 or 3 of them, and they literally like what they said, they walked in and were like, oh yeah, looks like a lab. Thumbs up. See you guys later. You know, like their inspections were just like rudimentary.
It's the government.
I know that's the thing, and then that inspector probably makes $150,000 a year.
It's fucking terrible.
Where I'm over here jerking off homeless people to get a sandwich.
So tell me what? Okay, so what happened with Joe Rogan? He said some of the same misinformation without knowing it was information.
They're just trying to cancel him because they realize that they can't control him.
Yeah.
Like he is so far out of being controlled by anyone that it's his ball game. Like, and that's why I love him for that. Like, I mean, there's some things I don't agree with Joe Rogan, but as far as the majority, like, he's just basically asking questions, and the selling out to Spotify and stuff, I think he's getting flack for that for sure. But like, I mean, when you talk about it, I'd sell out.
Dude.
I'll sell out tomorrow, like for real. But I'm
It's
still
called business. People do it all the time.
But the contract's gonna be just like Joe Rogan's, where it's like, hey, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want, and if you hate it, I'm still getting my money, but you can get rid of me. I don't care.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll
I'm
go back
keeping.
to doing what I was doing.
You gave me the money. I'm keeping it. But if you don't like me, that's your problem, bro.
Right. You knew what you were getting into when you asked him to do it. Just because he's got the views, you got to know. You also had to listen to the show at some point.
Yeah. And honestly, like this, I kind of stopped listening to him, and now that they threw him back on the news, I'm like, the dumbest thing that they did was put him in the mainstream media because now everyone's gonna listen. And this dude already has the biggest followers, not followers, but views per episode. He has more views than any other show in the world. All right, like it's damn near like TikTok, basically, like the Joe Rogan experience. Because I can't remember what the numbers was, but it was leaps and bounds above the next closest view count per show. That's why I was like, don't fuck with him. The more you fuck with him, the worse it's going to get. Because he's like the rest of us, middle America, to where it's like, hey, I'll live in my corner till you fuck with my corner. Yeah. And then we're going to come out. And that's when I was like, the worst thing that they're doing is fucking with people like us.
Yes.
I'm just quietly trying to live in my corner. And if you start poking the corner with an iron thing that's on fire, like, and my corner's getting smaller, like, we're going to have issues.
I just thought it was so funny that like he is the media. Yeah. Like in his own way, he is a whole different division of the media.
Yeah, he's a whole different voice.
I just thought it was funny that like they were
thanks, Kelly,
canceling all these people and then just like giving him a little slap on the wrist. Like, yeah, no,
they
can't control him.
They took 70 of his episodes off, but I think that was
off Spotify.
Yeah, I think that was partially him as well. He Jake doesn't know this. I've been talking about this shit all day. And I've been watching information on it. Like, Joe Rogan, they released like a 10-minute clip of him saying the N-word. Like, every N-word clip from his JRE shows from, like, he's been doing this for 10 years.
Oh, like somebody went back and did a little compilation video.
And like, they're all out of context. It's just a compilation of ridiculous. Like, we've all decided, we don't say the word, we get it. You know, that's how life is. But they went back 10 years ago and tried to cancel him by doing that, and all it did was make all his black friends go, yeah, he's not racist, bro. Like, you guys are stupid. You know? Like, literally, that's all that's happening. Like, everybody is like, you guys are idiots. Like, and the next thing's going to come out like he's probably against trans people. That's why they tried to cancel Dave Chappelle. You know, like Dave Chappelle's the same thing. He's a giant voice that he doesn't give a shit about what you think about. Like, he doesn't care. He does not care. Yeah. You know, he's going to say whatever he wants. Same thing with Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, at least, I think he tries to sit in the middle of the fence to give people perspective.
So they can choose for themselves.
Yeah. He
tries to be informative than anything.
I've never watched an episode of Joe Rogan where he was telling anybody to do anything other than, like, you know, if you want to try something, try it. Like he literally everything he always says is like, I'm no expert.
Yes.
And they made memes about that. And that was just like a year ago when they're making memes about that. And now all of a sudden people think he's an expert. He's never once said he's an expert. Like, it's just people being ridiculous. And if you cancel Joe, they'll probably pay me to be the next Joe Rogan. All right? That's all that's going to happen. So you cancel one, you get two. What was that, Hydra? Cut off one head, you get two. You've been watching the Marvel movies.
Is it 3? Is it 2?
No, the Hydra thing, like the Hail Hydra, they're like, you cut off one head,
yes.
2 grow back.
Yes.
I was like, Captain America Winter Soldier, we just watched it last night. It's fine. Well,
some great
most
movies.
of it. They are.
Kelly likes the background.
I know, I gave her a shout out.
And then we, what's this one about the birthday beer?
The Shiner birthday beer. Is that even? I feel like I don't think I've had.
I don't know if I have either.
Oh, what do we got? Ooh, we got a like on the stream. It's a little dinosaur. It's
Say
bouncing over your
what?
head. Yeah.
It was the next
How's
one.
that happen? It's bouncing on my head?
Yeah, well, that's why I put the little box. Because honestly, like, I tried to put it somewhere where it would be like where we'd see it when people liked it. But I still, literally, like, I'm trying to look at the camera and just
I'm
ramble.
trying not to look at myself in that.
Oh yeah, back to the Joe Rogan thing though. Yeah, so they took 70 episodes off, which I'm kind of wondering if he was probably okay with it. Like, yeah, just take those
He's
down.
got like at least 2,000 out
It's
there.
got to be
probably.
2,000 at least. I've just watched the Jordan Peterson one, which, if anybody's a fan, go watch the Jordan Peterson one. Honestly, like that, I love that dude. And
Remind me who that is.
he is a psychologist, the clinical psychologist, white hair, clean cut, super passionate. I made you watch the video of him talking about kids the other day, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Were you not here? Damn it.
I think I was not here.
I made like 5 people watch it.
I've heard the name, and I know he's. I thought he was in sort of a personal development kind of.
He is. Yeah.
Yes.
He's definitely trying to make everyone a better person for the most part. Like, but not make them a better person, help them make themselves a better person or whatever. But he is well known for, like, shutting people down that think they know what the fuck is going on, and he uses real data. Like, he's an actual, like, uses analytics to just, no, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Kelly, I've never honestly watched a full episode of Joe Rogan either. I think I never have because so many other people have. I don't know. I don't know why I have not.
Honestly, like, when I used to work out real hardcore, I'd listen to music, and then, like, the older I've gotten, I'll just put a podcast on, and I can listen to, like, sad music. Not that I work out at all or anything, but, like, I'd go walk and listen to a podcast.
Yes, I do that all the time.
Or when you're working, if you're not getting a bunch of calls or whatever
Cooking
the fuck.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
But honestly, like, the reason I love JRE is because it's basically, like, you can scroll through all the episodes. I guarantee there's someone on there that you know or like,
Oh, yeah.
or a topic. Like, I listened to a 3-hour one on quantum theory and mechanics. Like,
See, I didn't even know he dove into
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
it's everything. That's why everyone that doesn't listen to him, he gets this negative stigma. And it's like, you could almost learn absolutely anything you wanted by listening to that podcast if you went through and found the topic that you were looking for.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he's had so many people about different diets and what works for them and different theories and all this stuff. And it's like, turns out that we're all individual creatures and not everything works for everybody.
Yeah.
So
How long are his episodes? They're a couple hours.
it's like ours.
Yeah.
2 to 3 hours. Sometimes, like, there's definitely ones that I've seen that were shorter, but most of them are at least 2 hours now. But I mean, let's be honest. Once you get down and start talking, like, we're an hour and 18 in, and it feels like this is still my first drink.
Yeah. I'm 2 beers deep.
I know.
And one of them was a tall boy.
Oh, it is empty.
It is empty. I don't know. That one drank like water.
I mean, it was pretty thin. It was pretty thin. While Jake's gone, everyone look up his Monday motivation posts that he puts up, because we all. Honestly, I was thinking about this today. I was like, this is the last Monday podcast I'm doing, honestly. I fucking hate Mondays.
You don't like Mondays? You should start watching the TGIMs, man. It's all about no better day to show the world what you're made of, man.
Oh, no. It's not that I hate Mondays. Mondays are the days where when I was down at the Thax and I was telling Kim down there, I was like, I feel like when I start the day, it's with like a little paper plate, like a Chinette paper plate. And I'm just carrying it around. There's like 2 things on there. I'm like, I gotta get these 2 things done, all right? And then by like 8 p.m., it's a fucking garbage can lid that's just overflowing, and I'm like ripped from carrying it all day. None of the shit's done. Like, then it's like time for bed. I just set the giant trash can lid down. I'm like, I guess I'll pick this up tomorrow.
Do you start with the plate again the next day, or you?
Yeah, I picked two things off the trash can lid, put it on my tiny plate, and start my day.
And hey, at least you're focused when you start again.
Yep. And when I get up, it's like I gotta make coffee and probably take a shit. That's all that's on my tiny plate.
Yes.
And after that, it just rolls in like it just comes in like fucking rivers. And I'm not talking about my shit.
It's good. It's good.
We're here for laughs. Hey, that one didn't explode either. Way to go. I'm not.
I don't know what happened with that other one.
Oh, it's.
It was an old IPA. I'm just gonna count to that fact.
I would have counted to it had no alcohol in it, so it was probably like, why are we in this can?
Get me out!
We could be anywhere right now. Children could be drinking us.
This one came from Canada. Partake Brewing. So you can still partake in all the fun without all the booze.
Smells better.
Not to me in the glass.
Kelly loves Fridays. That's because you're off for the tear. Oh yeah, that brings me to my.
Who doesn't love a Friday, Kelly? Come on.
Okay, does anyone know who invented the 40-hour work week? Fun fact trivia. You might get a free bottle of booze out of it. Never know. I might get some free bottles coming in.
Americans.
Okay, what American invented the 40-hour work week? So this is the 40-hour work week in America. Yeah. It was Henry Ford.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
That is definitely the name I was going for.
Yeah, when you said Gerald
and
Ford,
I was like, that's the wrong Ford. I said it. Did you see it in my face?
No. I go, if a president would have came up with that, immediately assassinated. But from my research, it did show that before that it was like 60 and 50-hour work weeks. So maybe he did us a favor or stopped revolt a little earlier.
I think we need to go with Tim Ferriss, and the 4-hour work week is the better one.
I mean, I'm cool with.
I got to read that book. I don't know how you do it, but I would like to get there.
I've seen that book. I have not read it. I'm definitely good with the 1-hour work week for real. Like,
I feel like if I had no distractions, like if I really worked from home and in my own office and I like lived alone, I feel like I could get the same amount of shit done. Now, granted, I do sales calls, so that takes time. But I feel like I could actually do the work in 4 to 6 hours that I would normally do in an 8-hour workday.
Facts.
And just keep me away from all the people that distract me.
Yeah, it's impossible. That's impossible. Favorite seltzer? Got a question from Adam. So, favorite seltzer, mine, I don't know. I bounce back and forth, honestly. Like, any of them, I guess, really. Like, they're all...
Are we talking for, like, just, like, drinks?
I think
Are we talking cocktails?
The boozy seltzer, right? Like, the ones you get at the store, like the Trulies and shit like that.
Okay.
I'm guessing that's what he means. If we're talking about favorite seltzer water, Topo Chico. But... they have their own seltzers too. Topo Chico does. Like we saw them again, but we had them in Florida, and they just.
Oh, I did.
They're not that.
I had them right at the beginning.
They weren't that good. Like.
Oh yeah.
They need some Pourfection simple syrup or something in them. Like for real, because they were like literally sparkling water with like a 1 drop of flavor, to where it was like, this is flat as fuck flavor wise.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I want the sugary ones either. I like the damn Four Hands cocktail cans. Like, if I was going to pick something up that was, like, to go, like, I'd probably get something like that. I was just in that section today looking, too, because I was like, should I get some of these? I don't know. And it is fucking endless. Like, it is more endless than it used to be. I was like, some of these breweries I've never even heard of.
Like, Janelle picked up a Bud Light seltzer pack that had, it was a holiday edition and it had like winter sweaters, but it was like eggnog and like cranberry.
The cranberry one was good, I think.
I heard the eggnog and I walked away. I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't try any of them.
So, were you here for that? Did you come by when I had that chocolate bang energy drink?
No, like the cherry bang?
No, it's chocolate.
I know, but it's
it's clear chocolate. Like, it's not the coffee or any of the protein ones. It's called A Whole Lot of Chocolate, and it is clear as water. And I'm going to be honest with you. I got it because I go, this is going to be terrible, and I want to talk shit on it.
You can't talk shit on
It
it.
tastes like a lava cake. Like, it tastes good. Like, it's a mind fuck.
So you don't need all the artificial coloring, is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, that's why I was like, everything's clear, it's fine. But yeah, I was just thinking of that for reference, because the other day I was like, this chocolate Bang energy drink is actually, I would have never imagined it would be good. And it was good. I was fucking blown away. I got an extra one because I thought I was just going to throw it, like open it, take a sip, and throw it away.
Yeah.
Like, honest to God truth.
If we're gonna say what our favorite like non-alcoholic like just sparkling water that you get in the can, because those are all the fucking rave nowadays,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
My favorite would have to be the brand Spindrift.
They're
That
good.
puts a little bit of juice, like actual fruit juice,
Yeah.
in it, and those are pretty good. There's like an Arnold Palmer one that's pretty good. Yeah.
I've had a few of those. They're good for sure. Honestly, it is really hit and miss on those. Like, some are good, some are miserable. What's the one big, what is it, AHA or something?
Yeah,
And then
AHA.
Bubbly.
Bubbly.
They're all pretty decent.
Target has their like Good and Gather brand.
Mhm.
They're like $3.20 for an 8-pack. Pretty cheap. I've been trying to find the cheapest ones that you can find, because my family, like Janelle, will drink 3 of those in a day.
Yeah.
And like there's the whole pack.
Yeah,
like
it's gone.
with the family drinking it. And
Need a pallet of those. Adam, we had those Alanis at GNC when I was still there, and they're like, they came out probably like 5 years ago, and they were probably some of the better ones, and like all of the moms would come in and just buy cases of them. It was hilarious.
What? What are
So
these?
Alani New, so they have like the flavor. They're at Quick. If you go to the Quick Trip,
Okay.
they're the smaller cans. They're not a big energy can. They're like a smaller,
Okay.
maybe, I don't know, 10 or 12 ounce or whatever. But it's a matte finish. They're like white, and there's a couple different like main flavors. And I want to say there's drawing a blank now. You'll see them, but they're really kind of designed to be more of healthy energy focused. But they still are good energy drinks, honestly, like for real. Like,
Yeah.
try them when you see them, because they're definitely worth it.
Never heard of them. I liked it. They're in the smaller cans. It's probably how you should drink energy drinks.
Well, the way that I was looking, because it should be sitting here, because I had one sitting out. Yeah, I open a Bang, and it sits on my counter for 3 days, and I just take tiny sips out of it. Because like, if you drink a whole one of those, I mean, I've never done crack, but it's got to be what it's like. Like, it's got to be what it's like. I cleaned my house, broke into the neighbors, cleaned theirs, made them dinner, and then came back and just relaxed.
You get the Alani New protein shakes, or just another protein shake?
Ooh. Orange LaCroix?
Oh yeah,
LaCroix.
That's the original.
That's the OG.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, what's the? I couldn't get it. I kept looking.
Oh,
in my
I didn't
head.
even think about that.
Well, actually, I think Perrier is the OG.
Yeah, you might be right.
But they also, I feel like their water's salty. Like, bro, how you got salty water? What are you doing with your life? Why is it salty? Like, did you just bottle ocean water and put bubbles in it? You fucking with us? You trying to dehydrate us?
Adam says Bang came out with an alcohol seltzer.
I saw that, but I don't know where to get it. I haven't seen it to where you can buy it in Missouri. I will say that, oh shit, who was it? Frank's Red Hot has pre-made Bloody Marys now, and I got it. I'm gonna have to get one. I'm gonna have to get one.
Like with the alcohol and everything.
Yeah, it's a can like that. I think they have 2 different ones.
Frank's.
I know.
I mean, that stepping across lines there, going from the hot sauce
Yeah,
to the alcohol
right?
beverage. Wow.
I'll have to check those Alani News out. I haven't really been protein shaking it. I stick to my half a meal a day, I think. Most of my stuff that I consume is in a smokable form. It's way less calories, honestly. And then coffee.
I drink about half a meal a day.
Yeah, I drink like half a meal a day with coffee. And then the other half a meal is eaten at like 10 p.m.
So that's how you can carry that trash can around all day long.
Yeah. Yeah, the trash can, there's like a little snack on there. A snack from the shit on my giant plate all day.
I am visually picturing this in my head right
I
now.
know.
and it's pretty funny.
It is. It's pretty funny.
Especially with that
honestly.
hat on, too. It's pretty
I know. Later, I was thinking, I made all this up today, and I was like, that's pretty fucking accurate, honestly. It's just a Rubbermaid trash can lid that, like, we could dump all this shit off and go sledding. That's how big it is. And two of us could. Two of us could go sledding. Oh, I can't believe I came up with this cocktail. I'm like, I don't know, we might have to.
Adam says Bang has an alcohol seltzer.
Yeah.
Did we already talk
That's
about
what we
that?
talked about, yeah. Box waters. I don't want any box waters.
Yeah, that just seems like a racket to me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's already bottled water.
Yeah. There's also canned water, that Liquid Death. I mean, I haven't tried it. I saw it. I was like, should I drink this? I don't know. It seems too rowdy for water.
What?
It's called Liquid Death, and it's
What?
kills your thirst.
Is that the company name? Who makes that?
Yeah, Liquid Death makes it. I'm not fucking with you.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I just don't believe people. I don't. What are we doing here?
It's literally canned water, and they sponsor people. I'm like, how much are they getting it? I bet they're getting the water for free. That's how they can sponsor people.
There's no like extra electrolytes or anything.
I don't think so.
in
No, I
there?
think it's just water in a can. It's different though
Ridiculous.
because it's not in a bottle or a box, or the faucet. Which is where I get my water. So if they want to kill me, you know how to do it now.
Well, if you need, I think Bud Light did the water into cans. They shipped that to FEMA, I think.
Well, that's different because that's during national tragedies and they needed a tax write-off. That's $100 a can water. So you know that.
Oh wow.
That's Rescue Aid water. All right, that's made in beer tanks. That's fancy water.
Still got a little natty light in it too.
Yeah. Well, hopefully.
The bottom of the.
I don't know why they're just not giving out Natty Light. Like, fuck give them water. Just give them beer.
Yes, Rick, Liquid Death from Flint, Michigan.
Is that really where it's from? Like, if that's fucked up.
From Flint? No, that's gotta be.
That's a joke.
Now it clicked. Now it clicked.
That's a joke. I was like, bro, that's a joke, right? Like, that's definitely a joke. Because if not, it's actually Liquid Death.
Oh my god.
Actually Liquid Death.
Well done, Rick.
Yeah.
You've made us laugh a few times today. Good job. Thank you for joining.
Facts. Thanks for tuning in. Keep us on our toes. Literally, Liquid Death. You can't even shower in that fucking water. Like,
Well.
that's how bad Flint, Michigan is. You can buy a house for $10,000 there, I think. Podcast will now be filmed from Flint, Michigan.
Ooh, that's the new rental market to get into.
For the
everybody,
next
for
6
real
months
estate.
until we all die from the water.
Oh my god.
I'm not laughing at people dying. I'm laughing at the fact that this is all a joke.
Okay. You sent me a topic earlier today that I think it might have been two topics run into one, but you do that voice text thing,
Yeah,
so
it's
I'm not
true,
sure.
it's true.
I try to say it like out loud so I can be like, "Oh, that's what he meant to say." You know,
Yeah,
where,
yeah.
like-
Well, the one thing I wanted to talk about, like the nurses' pay cap, and then
You never sent me that, unless that was
no.
what
So
came out as avocado pit. I know.
no, so I watched this very entertaining thing the other day that there's obviously different types of seeds that produce the exact same fruit, and seeds that don't. Well, the seeds that don't are very similar to us as humans, where there's a male and female, and they produce a certain seed, and avocados are one of them. So if you plant an avocado seed from an avocado at the store, it is not going to grow that same avocado. It grows a completely different avocado.
Wait. Is that not always what happens? What do you?
So this blew my mind. That's why I always like watching Jake's mind explode a little bit.
This is why I don't do the research myself. I like the questions.
Yeah. So seeds like pepper plants, well, actually, don't even use that as an example because that's not true. So, like, because you have to pollinate pepper plants properly. Because if you take two separate, like you've got a jalapeno and a cayenne, and you take a Q-tip, and you take some pollen and cross-pollinate them, you'll get a new pepper. So it's different. So you can grow, and that one pepper will be different. All the other ones will be the same. So that it's all specific on the pollination. But as far as the avocado goes, so this is your avocado from the store, and you take and you plant this seed, you're going to get this hybrid avocado that was the offspring of these two that made this avocado that is now this avocado. And they said 1 in 1,000 will produce the same avocado.
And we're talking like,
When I say so, you have a Haas that's a little one. So the way they made it sound is like however many different people on Earth there are, that's how many different avocados there are. Because it's based on the 2 seeds DNA, essentially.
that's what I was about to ask.
Yeah, it's all based off of that. So you have these 2 mom and dad, and it makes a baby that's completely new to the world every single time. And then what they do is they, like when they made a Haas, they go, wow. So this is my understanding. There's a field just full of fucking different avocados. They just take avocado seeds and plant them. And then you just go over, you pick avocado, you take a bite, and you go, that's trash, cut the tree down. And that's what they do. And they go, that's delicious. They splice off that tree and keep growing that specific tree.
What?
Crazy. Crazy. That's what I'm saying.
Fuck that tree.
Stop. No bullshit. Like, it's the guy that I was watching talk about this. So these avocado, like he had one that looked like a squash. And he was holding it up and he goes, you ready for this? He flips it over and it had like some bites out of it. He goes, even the fucking squirrels won't eat it. That's how terrible this one is. And he goes, that's what it is. It's like, it's so bad that you can't eat it.
Wow.
Yeah. So and the ones that taste good, he's like, that's 1 in like 10,000. That the ones that really taste good. Like the odds are astronomical. Like Tim will be on the moon before we get an avocado tree that I plant a seed from at the store.
That's wild.
Right?
That's
It's wild.
wild.
It's fucking wild. Yep.
Is it just for avocado?
No,
Other plants?
there's other plants that are like avocados, and the nice fellow on the YouTube video gave me some examples, but that was yesterday, and I've had 100 million thoughts since then. But because he was kind of basically like, so if you plant a specific tomato seed, seeds are heirloomed, and that's what that means. So it means it's gonna grow what you took the seed from. So
when somebody says heirloom tomato, that's
yeah, my other understanding is if you have an orange and it is the most delicious orange and you plant that seed, in 5 to 10 years, they say that the fruit should taste exactly like the fruit that you planted that. So like citrus fruits and shit like that, it produces the exact same fruit.
okay.
So if you have that tree that has, you pull a shitty, like I guess you would call it like a runt fruit, like,
Yeah.
how like the pick of the litter, all that stuff. So like
Thing that comes in the improper foods box or
yeah,
whatever.
exactly. The banana that has like 2 heads and going wild and shit. That like if you plant those, you should, other than probably those like crazy anomalies, you should get exactly terrible tasting fruit if that fruit tastes terrible that you planted the seed from. That's what this philosophy is really getting at.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
There's
That would make
definitely
sense.
probably a fucking Monsanto thing, because that's why like avocados literally like the seed used to
bet.
be this big and there was like an inch layer thin of meat on it, and now Monsanto made it to where the seed is really small and there's a ton of meat inside the avocado.
Which Monsanto is now Bayer, or Bayer, as we say in America.
Well, it's called monopoly either way.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There's a guy with a monocle and a cane and a fucking top hat, which I will get a top hat, but that's at like 1,000 subscribers.
See, Monsanto's not a sellout. They just got bought.
Yeah. Well, that's like you'll see me on the metaverse, bro. It's fine. Catch me in the meta. That's what people are gonna be saying. Don't catch me outside, bro. It's warm and clammy out there. Catch me in the meta, where honestly I'm in headphones and VR. Like that's what half the world is gonna be living in a fucking box, which we're in a box and you're watching us, but like I don't know. I pretty much know everybody in here.
I don't know, man. I just don't think that like it's gonna catch on as much as people think it's gonna catch on. I mean, how many people are playing the virtual video games right now? Isn't
A
that
lot.
the same thing? I just don't see it. I just don't know it. How
Well,
many people are
also,
playing it.
there's not, so from what I've seen, and I mean, correct me, anybody that's still watching if I'm wrong, a lot of the games that I see people playing virtually online are beta versions. So, like, I saw somebody playing Grand Theft Auto 5 in VR, and I'm like 99% sure that's not fucking real. Like,
Yeah.
you can't do that, but, like, I don't know, I'm not a computer programmer, so I'm sure you can do that, because my understanding, like, Grand Theft Auto is, like, an easily manipulatable game, to where your character can be the Hulk if you know how to program computer shit.
Oh yeah.
You know, and
Okay.
like I see stuff like that all the time. So I'm assuming that a lot of these games, these guys are really like creating the, I guess you'd call it software to run VR within that game to make it like where this does this control. You know, that's all it's really doing. It's a program to like I move my hand, it moves the stick this much. You know, kind of thing. It's all the same exact thing.
Yeah.
You just have to calculate where your movements are opposed to what the system's reading. I learned that with music. So like MIDI controller, like this keyboard is a MIDI controller. MIDI is a send and receive data information system essentially. So like if I click a certain key, that could tell that little black box to completely change something. Not play the note, completely change like a setting or whatever. Turn on an effect, turn off an effect. So I would assume it's pretty much kind of the same style to where like, okay, if I grip my hands, it's going to tell the system to do this. If that makes sense.
Yes.
So from what I've seen, like most of these people are creating their own software inside the other software to play the game in virtual reality. Because what I've seen, most of the games that are like for sale virtual reality are not very great.
Right.
Like we're still a few years away from real submersive VR. Other than I love watching the TikTok clips of people running into the fucking wall when they have VR on. Like, oh, a monster, and they slam into the TV and fall down. It's like, that is what I want to see on the internet. Like 24-hour ridiculousness with Rob Deerdeck. Like,
Do you ever think that like half of the world, or I mean, no, I say that when half of the world can't afford it at the moment.
yeah,
At least half the world.
you're right, Adam.
But like, is there going to be a point where, like, maybe it's like the blip in the Avengers, where everybody's just in their fucking VR places, and we figured out how to IV nutrients so nobody dies or anything, and somehow doesn't atrophy their muscles or something like that? Like, do you think that people will be, a lot of our population will be in these things for most of their life? Do you think it will ever get there, or is it just going to be like people who play video games now do it virtually?
10% of me thinks that we're in it right now. That this is the fucking
Matrix.
The Matrix. It's the same conundrum. Like the Matrix was exactly what you're talking about. Giant fucking buildings full of people in this tank where probably they have something that hits their fast twitch muscles and they have an injectable thing that keeps them alive.
Yeah.
But they don't know. And that's why it's like part of me is like the you can do anything you want on this planet if you know, what's the term I'm looking for? Manifest destiny? If you want it enough, you can have it kind of thing.
I can see that. I see why you think 10% of you says that.
But also watching all the stuff I do about the bottleneck of time and all this Project Looking Glass stuff, and they said like all of the timelines converge in 2012 and your decisions don't matter anymore. Like there's a bunch of theories out there that like it's the same thing like Paperclip, Project Looking Glass, they could see the future. The highest ranking people in the world could see the future basically through like quantum mechanics and string theory and the probability of probabilities and all this. And what happened in 2012 from my understanding is there's literally too many people on the planet, and I think that's where the Bill Gates thing is like playing into it, because Bill Gates said there's too many people on the planet. I think he said that because they could see the future. Like there is too many people on the planet, but we don't need to kill us all off. We just need to learn to live better. You know, but the Project Looking Glass thing was basically saying like, hypothetically, like if I drop this orange, it's going to hit the floor. There's a 95% chance probability of that. But since Jake is now in my life, there's a chance that he might catch the orange. So the probability changes drastically with the tiniest change. So you cannot predict the future because there's literally too many variables now.
Yeah.
So that's why they got scared. And I think that's why, I don't know, we'll get in this in a different day, but like they're definitely trying to get rid of motherfuckers. Like they're definitely trying to get rid of people. Like 600,000 people go missing a year in the United States. And have you ever heard about that?
No.
Have you ever heard about that?
Not until you tell me.
Yeah. Just because like half of them are in caves and shit doesn't mean that they're just not disappearing. It's not like they're just lost in a cave. Sure, other shit happens in caves. That's where all the lizard people live. That's how you get to different dimensions. Pretty sure. It's gotta be.
We're gonna go spelunking one time and find these lizard people alive.
So, I mean, I am not even. I've watched so much insane shit to where, like, there's rifts in time to where, like, lizard people came out of this dude's closet and shit. Like,
still.
yeah, still lit. We're still lit, for sure. For sure.
Ooh, I got more family on. Jessica's on.
I know, I saw that. She's like, did you guys make a drink tonight? And it was, yeah, we did actually make a drink, but you missed it.
He made a couple smoked drinks.
I made them
which
all
is
live,
really
too.
Cool. Really cool.
You can go back and watch later. It's fine. Keep tuning in now. We're not worried about that. But yeah, I definitely think that one of my largest fears would be like dying to where I can't move. Like, imagine strapped to a bed or in a cave or whatever.
Yeah.
That would probably be like, if I had fears, like I could jump off a building. I don't care about dying like that. But like, I don't want to die where literally I'm just sitting there and I cannot get out.
Where you're like, you're conscious and you have nothing that you can like, you can't do anything about it. I mean,
Like to where you're
gonna
basically
die, you can't do anything about it anyway. But I see what I
like imagine you're walking in like you're in a cave and it gets to where like you're crawling and something falls and it literally just like enough weight pushes you cannot get out and you just starve there.
like what was that?
400 days or whatever, he cut his arm off.
48 hour, yeah.
40, it was longer than that.
138 hours or something like that.
Why if you're a vegetable? Well, if I'm a vegetable, what kind of broccoli? What are we talking about?
I think he's talking about if you become a vegetable and attached to life support.
Oh, I was like Veggie Tales, bro. Like I'll hang out with broccoli and the cucumber. It's fine. Oh no, if I'm a vegetable, I would have pulled the plug on myself before I became a vegetable. I could see it coming.
My dad has a pacemaker in his chest, and he talks about how he has to get the battery replaced like every 7 years.
Yeah.
So he has to go in and get surgery and everything. And he's like, when I hit this age, I'm not getting another one. And I'm like, you say that now, but I'm going to make sure you get another one, motherfucker.
All of a sudden, you see a little tiny solar panel like on the top of his head, and you're like, "Yeah, we didn't replace it. We just created a charging station for you."
My non-existent kids need their grandfather. Stop fucking around.
My non-existent kids.
Yeah.
Like, Dad, you gotta hang on for a minute because Jake's gonna try to have grandkids. We gotta find him a girlfriend / fiance / wife first.
Yeah, I need an oven before I can pop buns out of it.
We're still on step 1, so subscribe, like, get us to 100,000 so we can get Jake someone acceptable that's rich. So
yes, that's the goal. Get Jake.
The goal of this entire podcast is to get Jake married, so he doesn't have to come over here anymore.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
I'm kidding.
It could be the truth. Who knows?
Oh, I kid. This wouldn't be possible without him.
Oh man.
Oh. I feel like, what did we miss?
Somebody said something about has the population actually drastically grown?
Over the past 100 years, yeah. Like, I think it literally is exponentially growing, which it's uncontrollable. And that I think that's why, and I mean, I'm not saying that I'm for it, but like China put a thing where you can only have one kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, if you have another kid, we're probably just gonna kill it, which is terrible. You know, I don't agree with any of that, but like,
that is wild.
that's a little bit on the other
about.
side of population control. You know, and the thing that I don't understand is like some of it is capitalism, because we don't all have to live in this city on top of each other. There's actually enough land to where we could spread the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I don't want to live in Montana, but like if it was that or living on top of somebody, I'd rather live in fucking Montana.
Me too.
So I don't even have tennis milfs for myself.
Well, let me get the first
Have
one.
you been drinking, Nick?
You know, he's the pro for the children. Remember, he talked
Nick,
about
you're
that.
the pro for the children.
There's got to be a mom attached to that child at some point, right?
Yeah, but the problem is that kid is terrible, and he's already had enough of that kid for the day. He doesn't want to go home to that kid and be like, all right, Junior, pull it together. Nick wants to touch your mom's butt, and that's how it's going to be. I'm going to have you go hit balls against the garage, all right? Because it sounds like the same noise as the headboard hitting the wall.
Timmy, you know about the guide stones then? Yes? G-A? Who said that?
It's got to be Ma. Hang on.
I figured.
Quit using your finger.
What? It's a touchpad. It's an iPad. It's supposed to be touchable.
You know about the guide stones?
The guide stones. No, we clearly don't.
I
know
mean,
what those are.
does it have to do with the Infinity Stone and something like the Gauntlet? Because, I mean, if I could snap my fingers, don't get me wrong, I'd call Joe Rogan first and see if I could get on the show. But I'd be like, look at this gauntlet. I mean, if Captain America's got to go.
Yeah, I don't know. Then you just have this worthless hand after you do something like that.
I mean, when you're Thanos.
Nick, I miss you, buddy. They're happily married. It makes me sick.
And by happily,
Single people power.
There's no way they're happily married. They spend too much money to belong to that fucking club to be happily married. Unless, like, one of them's Jeff Bezos' kid. Then they're probably happily married. Because I saw something that was like, money can't buy happiness. And it was like, money will literally solve every single one of my problems. What are you talking about? And it made me laugh. I was like, that's pretty much accurate, honestly.
I've heard somebody say this before that, like, you know, money doesn't buy you happiness, but it sure makes it easier. I feel like it just makes life easier, which in part comes a little bit more happiness.
I mean, I would definitely say that bad things come with money, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Money definitely buys happiness, and if it doesn't, you're too stupid to fucking figure out how happiness works.
Money makes the person who you are just more pronounced.
Yeah.
So the people that have the mentality that money is evil and like makes terrible people, and all the people who are rich are just asshats and all this stuff.
I believe some of that.
Some of those people are asshats and don't deserve all the money, you know, like whatever. But there are just as many, if not more, good people with money doing good things in the world.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Oh, I mean, I definitely think that money is evil in the fact that it causes people do bad things for money. So that's a direct effect of money to cause evil. Like, you know, if someone's like, hey, I'll give you $1 million to go kill this person, it'd be like, you know, somebody's going to say yes eventually. Somebody will say yes eventually.
Yeah.
So why not you? I got $1 million, call me. I'm just joking.
If you got $1 million, call him.
I mean, if you got $1 million, why are we not hanging out more? Like,
oh no, we just had like a refresh.
I know, I
of the
saw
thing
that.
again.
No, but it's fine. It was just these last two that are new ones. No one is happily married. It's a facade. Well, that's why you're not married, Rick. You guys are life partners. It makes perfect sense.
Technically not married.
I mean, I didn't go to a wedding. If you got married, I didn't hear about it. Like,
Speaking of weddings, my sister, who is in the audience right now, is going on her honeymoon, and she got married in October. They're going on the honeymoon, leaving on Thursday.
where are they going again?
Dominican Republic.
That's right. I knew
like
you told
Don
me.
Julio's place or something like that.
Yeah. Don't drink the water. Probably the tequila, but not the water. It's not worth it.
The
I hear.
alcohol kills everything in it.
Well, if you distill water, you distill the poops right out of it. I'm pretty sure. I think that's what the terminology is. We're just distilling the poops out. All right. It's not gonna make you poop unless you drink way too much of it.
Distilling the poops out.
We're here to take the poops out.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, look at the hat. It's all about the hat, and that's where the poops come from.
I like the hat.
I know I'm gonna wear it again.
It's great. You should. I think you should. It is a great hat.
Heard. Thanks. Yeah. At first I was like, wait. It took me a second to be like, oh yeah, about the water. Yeah, don't drink it.
Oh yeah, she put a puking face in there too.
Yep.
We can't see it.
Can't see it because it's a little.
No, it's because she has 3 names on Facebook. Like, who has 3 names?
It was
on
cutting the names.
Facebook?
I think it cuts the names off on our screen, which may be for the better, so you don't see everyone's last name. But I don't know. I say your last name anyway.
Oh yeah, that's true. You can see them on if they're on Facebook. You
Yeah,
see who
it doesn't matter. We're all friends here. That's the whole point of it. And if we're hating, you should just be hating on us. Don't hate on each other. I can take it. It's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, true.
Like what we said earlier.
Hate on us. We
Yeah.
laugh at all the time.
Yeah, I'm pretty much.
Laugh at myself. Laugh at.
I pretty much just laugh at myself. I try not to laugh at too many other people, except for some of those videos.
I feel like I laugh at like situations or just news I'm given.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like if it's one that like
Yeah.
this person's definitely kind of already went through the initial negative impact of it, and they're telling me their situation and their story, I'm like, I will immediately just chuckle at it as a
As a rough fucking day.
damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
Like, how can
Yeah.
you not laugh about it? And I've thought this recently and in the past too, that I laugh too much. And I do this, and I know I wasn't always like this. I did it about 5 years ago when I changed my look on life and paradigm, as Paul would say it. But I think that I laugh now because we're gonna laugh about it later at some point.
Yeah,
so like,
nothing's-
why not start laughing about it now? Because it already happened. It already happened. We're already moving forward.
It's over, yeah.
You know, I don't know. That's just me.
I mean, I laugh at the worst shit, probably the worst times too, because I have the same opinion. It's like it's all in this moment, and no matter how terrible it is, it's gonna be over soon.
Yes, 100%.
And honestly, that's why I agree with just say no. Like if you don't want to do shit that you don't want to do, just don't fucking do it. You know, because if you're gonna go and be terrible and not want to do it anyway, just say no.
Ooh, yeah, like what?
Yeah, your ego aside for sure.
What are you talking about in particular, specifically?
Oh, like I mean,
Are you talking like if you don't want to go to this gathering of people, like you're not up to it?
yeah, or if
Like-
you don't want to go to the store, you don't want to go do this, you don't like. I'm literally. I used to always say yes, and I do kind of agree with that, but I think to a certain extent, like everyone has a breaking point, and you have to know to stop before you get to yours.
Yes.
And that's what I'm like. You can't use one thing for everything. That's why I'm like, I just started saying no to people. Like, hey, you want to go do this? I'm like, no, not at all. Like, I'm not even gonna pretend. You know? And it's like, do you want to go see this? Whatever. And it's like, if I have no interest in it, I'm just honest now. And it's like, it's kind of off-putting, but like, I don't really give a fuck.
I don't think it's off-putting. I think it's you know what you want. Like
Yeah.
you've at least maybe lived enough life to where you've started to figure this out, like what works for you and what
Yeah.
doesn't work for you, and if you don't want to go do something, like people always talk about the power of yes, but the power of no can be so powerful too. And I think I started to realize that when I started putting too much shit on my trash can lid that
Bro,
I had to have the trash
told
can
you.
with me.
I know. You were dragging the trash can behind you with a fucking dolly, and you're like, how did all this shit get in here?
Yeah.
Like, I swear.
And I had the same thing just the next day, pulling it around. Never
Yep.
started over.
Then you had a dumpster you were dragging, and then it was a trash truck you were driving. I get it. Trust me, I get it.
And then it's especially on the bigger projects and things that, because I do a lot of stuff, and a lot of people ask me to do things with them, and I love doing those things with people, and I love the projects, and I love working and helping people become better and help them do what they want to do. But at some point, you just got to start saying no, and it feels fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, because now I can like see it, and I'm aware of what I'm saying no to and why I'm saying no to it.
Yeah.
It's not just, no, I don't want to do that because I'm closing myself off to the world.
Well, you'd feel bad at that point. Then if you just said no to say no, then you'd decompartmentalize that. Like, why did I say no? And then you'd feel bad because you weren't even honest with the people why you said no.
Right.
You know, and it's like if you just tell them like, bro, that's just not my wheelhouse. All right, not interested.
I literally said that in my TGIM today about how I lied to someone to cancel the interview, and now I'm telling the truth about it. Like, it's like, yep, nope, I was just being, I was down and I couldn't do nothing.
Well, yeah.
I was
Honestly.
afraid that somebody would think that I couldn't handle it, but
Well, and that, but
that's okay.
Again, Jake and I have the conversation where it's like, you know, if you're not feeling it, like it takes a lot to do this. Like it takes a lot to do this. And if you're not feeling it and you can't bring it, like don't fucking do it. Just don't do it. Just say no. Hey, we'll do it tomorrow.
Exactly.
You know, or whenever your mental status is back to somewhat normal or regular or whatever. You know, and it's like, and getting on here and talking, it's odd that it doesn't. It's super easy for me, but like the next day, I'm fucking exhausted. Like it really, it's oddly like I do this all day, every day, and then we sit and do it, and I'm like, fuck, I'm spent from that.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know how. Like it's crazy. Like I do this all day long, but the minute we sit down and record it and like put effort into it, it becomes different.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's
I mean, this is exactly what I'd say if the cameras are off, but like, you know.
I mean, there's a lot. There's just more, I think, intention, which uses more brain power.
Yeah.
You know, we're just
Adrenaline.
not just doing stuff and talking like we normally would throughout the day. I mean, we are, because that's why we started this podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we had these awesome conversations.
Facts. That's where pretty much all this came from. Rick, TGIM is Jake's Thank God It's Monday. He does he go in and like his Facebook, and he puts he puts videos up as much as At the End of the Bar puts videos up. And with the amount of frequency, like Mondays, it's sometimes Wednesday. It's fine.
Yes. TGIM, it doesn't have to be God either. It's the greater power, whatever you believe in, honestly. But thank whoever that, you know, you have another day to do something with your life is really what it ends up being. And I tried, and every Monday it's a Monday moving message. I'm always out there running or whatever, walking and trying to share with you a part of my life and a lesson that I learned from that, in hopes that somebody out there hears it and it changes their life too. So I try to do that on a regular basis, and then this past year it's kind of fallen off. But we are getting back to the consistency, Rick. So go ahead and friend me, and you'll see what it's all about.
That's because we didn't want fucking more Mondays for the past 2 years. It was like, you can just stay on Friday forever. Just fucking stay right there on Friday at 3 p.m. We'll just call it a day forever. And it was like, Jesus. And it's funny because, like, you say Monday morning, or not, just, thank God it's Monday. And whenever you say God, you're like, higher power. I don't even think, when I say God, that's not even what I think about. I think of the, like, thank God it's Monday, where I'm thanking myself, I guess. Like, you know, the saying, like, when I say that saying, I don't think of religion.
What I don't either.
Like, thank goodness it's Monday. Same thing, but when I say God, it's just like it's not a noun.
Right.
It's more of an action.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's just TGIF.
Yeah.
TGIN. And that's the only reason I do it. I'm not a religious person
it's
myself.
like to motivate yourself on Mondays, honestly. Like, I feel you. Yeah. And he's running when he does it, so it's definitely an adventure.
Yeah, and there's all kinds of background noise, and sometimes
I mean,
there's a
I'm not
dog
running
that
anywhere,
runs
so I have more power to you.
I was hiking through the snow today because nobody shovels the sidewalk. Who does that?
I was driving home from work the other night, and there's people walking down Gravois.
Like in the middle of the road?
In the middle of the road, because the sidewalks aren't plowed. People are like swerving to miss them. This is at night. This is like midnight.
I want to know, like, do people in the northern states who get snow all the time just think we're just ridiculous for the way we act when we get like 3 or 4 inches?
When I go see the Krispies up north in Wisconsin, they are literally like, they'll be just just buried in snow. Like, we're gonna go to the bar. Like,
how are you gonna get them?
They'll just walk. It don't matter.
Oh, really?
Like, they all have snow blowers. Like, everybody has a snow blower. Somebody has 4-wheel drive, and if not, like, there's literally a bar within a half mile. It's fine. Like, no bullshit. There's more bars than anything in that whole Milwaukee area.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a blast because they all just don't care. They're like, oh yeah, it's gonna snow again. They're like, they have school. They just have school.
Oh yeah, no snow days.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck is a snow day? Was there like a actual national emergency? Like, we just strap chains to the tires and drive to work, all right? All right, bro.
I don't think there's anybody in the state of Missouri that has chains for their tires.
I mean, Linda does. I put them on the other day. I wouldn't even know how to do that, honestly.
Rick, you're not a runner then.
Yeah. No, yeah. Like, it's the same thing. If you see me running, something's fucking chasing me. It is chasing me because I'm not, like, I was at Schnucks earlier, and I briskly jogged across the cars that were both coming at me from both angles because they didn't care that it was a crosswalk. So I just did one of these, and I'm like, that's about it. That's about all I got. Like, if I'm running faster than that, there's someone coming after me.
My boss used to say that. She was like, if you see me running, don't even think about it. Just
Yeah.
if I see you running, I don't even think about it. I'm out.
Shove the rest of the people aside. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Shout out to Lena if you're watching that.
That's so
Great
funny.
man.
Yeah. I think it's true. There's a T-Rex chasing me if you see me running.
I don't know what. Are you feeling the shutdown here soon?
That's what I was thinking. I haven't had dinner. Honestly.
Oh yeah, we hit the 2 hour. You have not even had your half meal yet.
No, I was holding out. I was waiting. We'll probably order something. Again, from a couple podcasts ago, Sloppy Joe's from White Castle, still solid. Still solid.
I still haven't tried. I can't get myself to go to White Castle. I don't know. It's been a while.
Adam, I've seen you leg out in a homer in kickball. Actually, Travis kicked that homer, and I don't know why I was batting fucking before him. Travis is his brother.
Okay.
Both him and Adam and Travis would fucking run 2 or 3 laps around me, kind of thing. And I believe at this time Travis was on what I would call a fucking home run streak, and he would kick it over the fucking trees, like in front of the trees was the home run, like, and he would just like. And I'm just like the fattest that I could possibly be. And I fucking batting at the end of the order, and he's...
I forgot. You used to be fat.
Yeah. Used to be a giant fat guy. Like, it'd be faster to roll me there. Like, no bullshit. But I would always, like, Travis would bat first, and I'm over here like, I don't even want to get on base. Like, because he's going to... I'm going to have to run. I'm going to have to run all the bases right now. Like, he's going to kick it into fucking oblivion, and then we're going to have to get a home run. We have to run all the way home from fucking first base. Like, fuck out of here.
And there's no leadoffs at kickball, so you didn't even get a head start.
There's definitely no leadoffs. They yell at you for that, even if you're fat. It doesn't matter. Like, I took the base with me one time. I'm like, not leading off. I still got the base. Like... But, like, for real... I remember a bunch of times where I was just dead after running from fucking first all the way home because he kicked the shit out of it. And he catches me. Like, I'd be tagging home.
Did you never request a bat after him?
No. You know my laissez-faire attitude. They're like, where do you want to bat? I go, I don't care. And they're like, just put him at the end. Who gives a fuck? Like... But for real, he would catch me. He'd kick it, and he would just be slowly walking behind me by the time I got home, and he'd just tag. Like... That's how he would already be all the way around the bases and be like, bro, come on. He'd be like pushing me.
Yes.
You got this. Like, for real. Oh, got a cramp.
All right, well, I think we're going to wrap it up here. Michelle, I hope you had some good ice cream, or at least the Zoom call was great. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
Jessica,
thanks, everybody.
I got a couple families. I know everybody else is all Tim's friends, so I'll let him thank you.
Oh,
no,
it
I'm
doesn't
just
matter.
kidding.
I was thinking about maybe trying to do another one this week. Maybe. I don't know. I was going to see how the week goes, honestly. Maybe this weekend or something.
What did we just say? We're going to plan things.
I know.
What?
That's what I'm saying. Someone let us know another day you want to see it. I'm not available Friday night.
I don't know. I had an idea of what's the Super Bowl on at like 5:30? Mm-hmm. To do like a daytime Sunday. Pre Super Bowl.
Might be
party.
down for that. Or we could do a Saturday, do a whole day to recover.
It'd have to be Saturday night. Unless they switch my schedule.
I'm not mad about it.
This
I'm
might
not
be
mad
the
about
last
it.
Saturday that I have to work coming up.
Got a cramp thinking about running. Like, I really did, bro. Like, I'm like, oh. It's not in the kickball spot. Like, it's close to it. There's a certain spot, like...
The kickball spot.
Well...
The kickball muscle. This is what is the kickball spot?
So, when you're kicking the ball, all right, your hamstring, but also is it your quad, the front?
Yeah.
Your quad. So, like, the kicking motion, when you
vibes as far as what do you want to talk about? What do you want to see? What do you want us to go do and try out as we get into our immersive experiences? So if you guys got ideas, things you want to cover, let us know. DM us. I'll be posting some questions so you guys can answer and let us know. But really, we're like Tim said earlier, we're here for you guys.
Yeah.
And we want to help you figure out life, just as we are trying to figure out life. So if there's ever something that happens to you that day, that week, you want to talk about it, you don't understand something, you want to just discuss and talk it out loud, come here, let us know what you want to talk about. We'll chat with you.
We can ramble for hours on anything. We've had enough life experience that we can ramble. And I still have a cramp. Like, I don't even understand. It's not even the kickball spot. I don't know what's happening.
Like, you need hydration.
You know what it is?
You just need water.
It's Nick from Florida telling us about his injuries. Like, he's always talking about his injuries, and he gave me an injury to talk about over his thought process, probably. It's like, I'm going to make Tim's leg cramp up because he's talking about running. All right, we are calling it. I love you guys. We will see you next time. We might do one this week, Saturday, Sunday, maybe. We'll see. We'll let you know. Like and subscribe at the end of the bar.
Facebook and Instagram, that's where we're at the most. And thank you again for taking a seat at the end of the bar.
Howdy.